Are we live?
We're live.
All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Ben Mallah podcast. My name's Aaron. This is Ben Jr., and we have the one and only Ben Mallah here to answer any real estate questions you have.
The mogul.
I got bada bing and bada boom. All right, how's everybody doing? Let's do it, baby. We ain't been here in a long time. We even had this room here.
When's the last time we were on?
I don't know. We don't do podcasts.
Last time I heard
it's,
February. February, I heard.
February. Can you spell it?
F-E-D.
Why is February spelled February? Anybody ever wonder that? Who wrote that word?
The English language is derived from Latin and probably comes from something.
Something.
So
here we are. And guess what? You know why we're here?
Why?
Because we're getting ready to have a live show, baby. Oh, yeah. October the 7th. You're going to come to our Holiday Inn. Go to benmallah.com/live. Book your ticket. Book your room. You know why I need you to book the room? Because the room is available. October is the worst month of the season in the hotel business. We all know that. You know that more than anybody because you're always crying about money. We ain't got no money. We ain't got no money. All right? Because it's slow. So if you care about Ben and the double mortgage interest payments I'm making right now,
triple.
You're going to book a room, come to the event, and help our hotel pay its bills. Add up all our employees. We're probably pushing, we used to have 800. Now we're probably down to 7 or so. All right? Help us help you.
And there's no real estate event in the world that you can get such raw and passionate knowledge to yourself, other than my dad right here, Ben Mallah.
Thank you very much, Aaron. I really appreciate that.
And you guys get to meet everybody. The whole family's going to be out there. We're all going to be there. Vince is going to be there. Aaron's going to be there. My dad will be there. You know, the whole crew will be there. Happy will be there. Paulie will be there.
You'll have a room full of information.
Everybody in our
ready to share
with
you. Ready to share.
Yeah.
That's all we do. I'm not roping you in for no courses. We don't want your money.
And
just come hang out with us and let's talk about anything that can help you. It's all about you.
And you're feeding us this time, right?
And we're having food, all you can eat.
I mean, come on.
Except you're limited to only
I'm
2
just saying,
times.
when is the chance do you get to sit down
you can't
in
eat
a room full of these guys?
Make sure you eat before you come. I want you to eat before you come.
I have to.
Okay? Because I don't want you coming here
and
eating everything
serve everything that I'm on my diet now.
Your diet.
Okay? I've been on a diet, and they're not going to serve everything
I heard
that
you
I
got
can
Twinkies
eat.
hidden in your underwear drawer.
No Twinkies. I can't eat red meat
no
more.
Food in his room.
No red corn. No more red
That's the
meat.
diet he's on.
So,
all right.
Yes,
so what are we doing tonight? We're here. Everybody can hear me okay? If you can't hear me, text Rafal and tell him, Rafal, get your stuff together, Polak. Anyway, and I got a bit of a cold.
What, are you getting sick again? Don't get me sick.
Oh,
I got Benvid. You heard of COVID? I got Benvid.
And then tonight we're also doing super chats, so we'll try to read, almost all the super chats that you guys send. So shout out to Ricky for our first super chat of the night. Ben, what are the best months or time of the year to sell a home?
Typically, okay, everybody wants to move during the summer because their kids are out of school. Okay, so what does that mean? You're going to need at least 3 to 4 months before that. So that pretty much puts you in the month of March, because now you got March, you got April, you got May, and you close that puppy in June. You pack your stuff up, and you're moving to that new house, get the kids in school, get everything situated. March is the biggest month for closing deals. But if you're smart, you can start looking earlier. Start looking around January, February. So then you got to find a deal. But let me tell you something. You know why we're here tonight? We're here to tell you to get ready, baby, because the deals are coming. This market has to go down, all right? There's just no way it can't. When interest rates are up, prices got to go down. I just sold that house down the road here for $2 million plus, less than I planned on making. It's the market. I don't control it. So get ready, because it starts at the top and it starts working its way down. Stash your cash and start looking for the hot deals, because you know what's going to hit the fan.
Get ready, baby.
Oh, no. Here comes guest number one.
Hey, come in here. This is what's happening. See, finally.
Are you still sick?
No, it's finally. Everybody's got sunglasses on. Now, this is finally what's catching on.
Oh, yeah, let's all wear sunglasses like
the lights.
Jimmy Hart,
the
big
I
shots,
just came out and say, I heard a new seminar starting. When's that going to be?
October the 7th,
Who else
Tampa,
gonna-
Holiday Inn.
Who's going to be there?
You're not going to
The
be
whole
there.
crew,
You're
you're
too
gonna have the whole
busy.
We're all gonna be there. Are
Jimmy's
you gonna
not
be
going
there?
to be
I'm
there.
sorry, I'm on the
Jimmy's
road.
booked on an event. I'm going to go to Vegas.
I'm
I'm
on
going to
the
go
Jimmy
here.
Hart tour. I'm on the tour. But tell me, Art, how many days?
He's touring the senior homes
How
now.
many
One
days?
night we're gonna do a
He's
dinner.
doing the senior
Oh,
circuit.
come on, y'all can do more than.
We're gonna
come
do a
on.
dinner. We're gonna do an event, a
One
show.
night
I
and
love
one
it.
night
meet and
only,
greet.
baby.
We're gonna do
And you
talking
won't
to
be there.
everybody.
You don't need anyway.
But Aaron's going to be there.
We're
You're
gonna
going
have
to be there.
nachos.
This guy's
Oh,
calling me up.
nachos. Well, I love
Have
I'm
that.
on the road
nachos.
looking,
What
working in
about
real estate.
Vinny? Is Vinny going to be there?
Vince-
Vince is
be
gonna be
there.
there.
All right, I love it.
Everybody but you, because you're a big shot celebrity.
I wish, but I love the sunshades. I love y'all.
This
I
guy's
love
gotta
you
let
We
it
guys.
got it from
I'm
him.
driving down the road. I just looked at some crappy hotel. It's overpriced. I'm working. I'm on the phone. He's calling me up. Hey, the TV don't work in my room. Can you send maintenance over to fix my TV? I can't watch wrestling.
No, football tonight.
Football, whatever.
Yeah, football. Football's the first game. Come on.
I
Look,
like to
just
give you a
dropped by.
foot
My Uber driver's
right in your
ready for me.
ball.
Y'all look great. I love y'all. How's the kid doing? Okay.
Good, great.
I
Jimmy.
love y'all.
Yeah.
Business is better. See, about 8 months ago, he's going, "Oh my God, I've got to sell. I've got to sell. The interest rates are killing me." And I said, "Everything's going to be better sooner or later."
It's not.
Well, it is better.
It's
Still
not.
not
They've
better.
been going up
It's
since.
still not better.
Because
8 months
you,
ago, we should have locked
you
in
voted
rates.
for him.
No, wait a
I'm
minute.
telling Trump. You met Trump.
Listen,
And I'm telling him that you
I don't
voted for
vote at
Biden.
all. I've never voted in my life. I
Yeah,
guess that's the
boy.
problem. Well, look, I love y'all guys. I
He's
love
not
the
registered to
shades.
vote. He's
It's
from
finally
Tennessee.
catching on. I love
And
y'all.
from Memphis.
I love
And
you.
how do
We
you
love
vote in
you too.
Memphis?
Thank you, Jimmy.
In
Thank
Memphis,
you.
in Memphis, they have a bag, a paper bag, and you put your whoever you're voting for in the paper bag. That's how they vote in Memphis, where Jimmy's from.
Oh, he's killing me. I
Yeah.
love you guys.
Go to work.
Raphael, thanks for changing the password number and knocking the TVs off. You're beautiful.
All right. Adios, amigo.
Rafael changed the Wi-Fi number.
I'm running a loony bin house here.
That's it. He changed the Wi-Fi password.
All
These
right,
are the type
so
of
what else we got
conversations you
going
have
on
in
tonight?
Hotel Mala.
Anybody got any questions?
We have a caller.
We got a
Uh-oh,
caller.
a caller.
Oh.
I hope it's not collect ball.
Listen, tu vai dar uma WhatsApp, je vais prendre ici, okay?
What?
What did you say? I can't hear you. Please repeat yourself.
Hey, sorry about that. I'm sorry. Just give me a second. I'll be right with you. Okay, I'm with
No,
you
I'm
guys.
not
I
giving
hear
you a
guys.
second. You're on our time. We don't wait for you. You wait for
Yes,
us.
okay.
What is this?
Yes, I am. Okay, so I met you in Montreal about 2 weeks ago.
Oh.
2-3 weeks ago. You were at the park, and you did a meetup.
You were the guy that,
So,
you the guy in the park? Oh, we don't want to talk to that guy.
You had
I'm
a,
sorry, go ahead. What were you doing in the park is the question.
no. What were you doing? Because you met up with. I think you had a meeting. You had a meeting greet,
Yeah,
right?
With a bunch of people in a park at what time of
I know,
night?
and there's little cops come and chased us out of there.
Yeah, that's right.
What's
Exactly.
up? How you doing? How you doing? I remember you. You're the Indian guy from the park in Montreal.
Correct, exactly. So I sent you a little questionnaire. I'm in advance, but I'm just going to tell you the situation that we're in. We own a spa in Old Montreal. We're located inside a hotel, right? So the owners, we got 6 months left in our lease, but the owners are not being very direct in terms of what they want to do with us. We think the owners might want to change the brand. They haven't renovated in about 20 years. Or they might want to sell to someone else, and they're not really keeping it open with us. So,
Are you a separate place in the hotel, or are you running under the hotel's umbrella as the spa? What are you doing?
So we run independently, but we rent a space inside the hotel.
All right. So he did. You went to him and you said, "Hey, we want more time. We want to extend our lease." And what did he say? No.
No, they keep on pushing it out. They keep on saying, "Hey, meet us in a month from now. Meet us. We're on vacation." Not being very direct now, and we do have an option for 6 months.
What's
like an option
option
within.
say?
We're doing
You have
an
an
option.
option? For what? Another
Yeah,
6
for-
months?
5 years. Another 5 years after.
Then
like our 6
exercise
months.
it.
So
What's the
send him
terms
a-
of the option?
Yeah, what's the terms?
The terms, there just says it's a 5-year option. It doesn't say there's no pricing, because when we did it, they don't want to put pricing in it, but they did say we'll give you a 5-year option.
So
So
does,
that's the
does it
issue.
say about, does it say, I mean, you got to read it. You might want to have an attorney read it or somebody read it, because if you have a 5-year option and it doesn't set terms, then that means that it goes as the same terms as the original lease.
Nah, wrong answer. You do it
Okay.
all the time. You got
Yeah,
you got terms with options that say, listen, whatever market price
Yeah,
is. Maybe
if-
it says
if,
that.
If the renewal term says
This,
at market
this is what
price,
you do. Write them a letter.
No,
Okay.
so-
Send them something in writing.
says you want to
saying,
exercise your option.
I would like to renew. I would like to exercise my option.
Not like I am.
I would like to exercise my option. Please communicate with me so we can draw up the new lease with the current terms with the new option. That's what you got to do. Do it in writing. If you want to really show them you're serious, have a lawyer do it, because then they'll get scared to mess with you because it came from a lawyer. But, exercise your option.
Yeah, you
do
need to write a
something
letter.
he never does. Exercise.
Okay. All right.
The only options he worries about is at McDonald's.
Now, I worry about all the options of the
Should you get
leases.
the biggie size?
Okay,
All right. So basically, exercise your option. You got a leg to stand on. They may come back with terms that you don't like, but you're gonna have to negotiate those terms.
Okay, I see.
Get them to the table and tell them. Let them know. Put them on notice. I want to exercise my option. Please provide us with a new lease with the terms so we can get in a lease, and keep running our business.
I mean,
you got to let you stand on it if you got options.
I don't know your lease, and I've never read it, but a good lease should just say that you get to exercise that option, and it's all laid out, and there should be terms already in there. You should have somebody that is very knowledgeable on legal documents review that lease, and then make a determination on what they believe are your
The point is,
terms.
you could stay another 5 years.
Guaranteed.
That's the fact.
Right.
Whether or not you're going to be willing to pay the rent he wants, since it wasn't specified,
Or
what
if
kind of
it is.
increase you're going to have,
Right.
that's something you're going to have to negotiate. That's all it breaks down to. But you got a leg to stand on, because you got 5 more years a right to stay there. So they can't kick you out, but you got this. You got to negotiate your terms.
And then, you might want to look at the area and see what spaces of the same caliber are renting for in the
Find
area.
out the market
Find
rent.
out the market rent to make sure that if it's $40 a square foot, that he doesn't come to you with 60 a square foot and the market is 40. So, disputes are usually resolved between brokers and landlords and tenants by third-party brokers that come in and make the determination of
Canada.
Oh yeah, sorry.
I don't know. You're not
We don't
working
know.
with a broker or an agent, right? When you rented the place, you didn't do it through a broker or an agent, right?
No, we didn't. We went straight to the landlord. We went straight to the landlord.
Shoot in writing.
People-
Exercise your option.
Write him a letter, send him an email, make it official. I'm exercising my option. End of subject. Now it's in his court for him to make the next move.
Yeah, it all based on
You
the
put him on
determination
notice.
of your lease.
All you gotta do is put him on notice. You exercise your option, then work out the terms. There you
Okay.
go. That's what you got to do.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
What are
thank
you
you.
doing in that spot? I've been to Old Town. I don't know what's going on in
Yeah,
that spot there.
But when you're in Old Town, when you took the video in the second video,
That's
you were
the
right
nice-
around my spot.
What are you wearing? Ski goggles?
No, man, I got vintage
Oh, it's
frames on.
skiing? Oh, there you go. Oh, big shot. Yeah. I was in Old Town. I was up and down that whole Old Town.
Yeah,
It was
you
cool.
were right around. You were right around my spot, right around the spot, like maybe
don't go to those
a
types
minute
of-
walk. You're right there.
I was with kids. I can't go in those places. But I know you got underground bars. You got underground stuff in Canada or Montreal.
Yeah,
A lot of
yeah, we
underground
do.
stuff.
Yeah,
All
we
the
do.
good
We do.
stuff's underground, baby.
Yeah,
That's where
we
they
do.
have all the real stuff going on. They keep it out of the public's eye. It's pretty smart. Yeah, you want to have fun? Go underground.
Yeah, because it's so cold down here. It's so cold down here. We got to do everything underground
He used to go in the
during the
basement.
winter time. Yeah, exactly.
All right, very good. Exercise your option, do your terms, negotiate your terms, and keep that spa rolling, baby.
All right, see you.
All right, take care. Now what?
All right, we can do some super chats. So shout out to
Super chat.
Carlton. Thank you for the first
Carlton.
second super chat. How can I inquire about doing a collaboration with you?
You can't. It's not permissible. It's not possible. Forget about it. I don't know. Talk to Rafal. Go to benmal.com. Tell Rafal what's on your mind, and he has to make the decision whether you're worthy enough to collaborate. I don't just collaborate with anybody, I'm just kidding. Call Rafal. He'll figure it out.
Yeah.
And if it benefits you, it benefits us, then we'll do it. But, it's all about Ben a fit. You got to fit. All
You
right?
ain't been
I'm Ben,
fit.
and you got to fit.
You ain't been fit
Look who's
since
talking,
before
baby.
I was born. In the military was the last time you were fit.
Listen,
What happened to that
25
picture?
cents you wouldn't be here right now.
Okay, that's good. But what happened to that picture where I'm sitting on top of the car and you had them big old
Yeah, I was
glasses? Where's
18
that
years
picture?
old, okay?
He was
18.
a strong
No, I
man.
wasn't.
And he still got his
The
little chicken
uniform
legs.
made me look that way.
And he still got his little chicken legs.
You could put somebody out of shape in a uniform that still look good. Anyway, what else we got?
All right, shout out Max. Thank you for the super chat. Shout out John. Hey, Ben Jr., happy to see you there. What happened to 733 Booker, Big Shot? Also, are you working on any other personal deals?
What he's talking about. What the hell? 733 Booker.
733 Booker Sebring fourplex that was sold for $265,000.
How much you pay for it?
For $150.
What's my cut?
I split it with my partner.
I split it with everybody but me. But meanwhile, he used my people to fix it, to clean it, to paint it. Probably charge up my Home Depot account.
And a note.
And you don't even, he doesn't come by and give me a token or something. Give me a watch. Give me something. Give me,
no.
Nothing. I get nothing. I give, but I don't get.
I give plenty on a daily basis, okay?
And he wasn't even going to buy it. So I said, buy it.
Of course, I did a consult with Ben.
You didn't pay for that.
Nope, sure didn't. It's my life.
Good thing you work hard.
So anyway, that was sold.
Very good. He sold it. He made some money, and he did really good, and that's great.
On to the next one.
Now everybody can do that because if he can do it, you can do it too. What else we got?
We have a caller.
Owen.
Is that?
What's up?
IGH, right? I haven't
What's
seen
going on?
You're getting old, man, just like me.
I think the interest rates are making me look older. That's the problem.
Oh my God, they're killing me. I don't want to talk about interest rates. They're killing me. I mean, I all the money's going to the bank. I'm selling everything. I'm not afraid to admit it. I screwed up. I didn't have a crystal ball. I didn't know the politics were going to run the damn interest rate through the goddamn roof so quick. They didn't even give me time to refinance. The banks are afraid to refinance because the banks don't know where it's going to stop. So the banks didn't want to commit to any goddamn number. They say, right now we're holding back on refinancing, but keep paying us the interest rate. We're happy. What else? What do you got?
Listen,
can you break away?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to come down. I've come down to everyone. I tell everyone.
Bring no goddamn monkey to my hotel. You have a pet monkey or what? You got a pet monkey, don't you?
No, not me. He's called Rafal.
Yeah, that's my monkey. Get your own.
That's your monkey.
Did you ever buy a monkey?
I'll never buy a monkey.
You were thinking about it. I got a good memory.
Rafal
told me. All right, leave it alone. Rafal saying leave it alone. Maybe Rafal lied to me. I don't know. All I know is he said, IGH is coming. I said, oh, great. And then I'm picturing some chimpanzee walking around my lobby with a diaper on, hopefully. How are you, Owen?
Yeah.
How you doing? You making money? You doing good?
I'm making a lot of money. I'm still buying. I gotta use my 1031 exchange. I have no option. I have no choice.
I got a Lowe's. I got a Walgreens. I got a BJ's. What do you want? Let's do it. I'll make you a deal.
I think the Lowe's looks good. I think
Let's do it. I mean, for you, I'll cut you a really good deal because cut out the broker. We'll make a nice little side deal. But no, come talk to me. If there's anything I can do to help you, I'm more than happy to. I'll direct you to the right place to replace it. I forgot. What state are you in again? I forgot. I'm sorry.
Georgia.
Georgia. Oh,
that's right.
I got a deal you might be interested in. You ever heard of Perry, Georgia?
Yeah.
There's something in Perry, Georgia. If you got the balls for it. I'll tell you about it when I see you on October 7th. But I think you might be able to make a quick $1 million on it.
Really?
All right?
Okay, we'll talk.
Really, seriously. I'll talk to you about when I see you. What else is going on, Owen?
Nothing. Just doing my thing. Just how's everyone doing? How's the family? Ben Jr., how are you?
Good, man.
How's everything going? Yeah. Aaron, how are you? Good.
I'm good.
Everybody's pushing along.
Everybody's good. We got this.
Listen to me, car
slave driver
every day.
Oh, that's your father right there.
No, he needs to make less trips to McDonald's every day.
Man.
$bucks for a sandwich at McDonald's.
The office lunches.
He's got to go there 5 times a day. Cut it down to 4.
Listen, these are the 2 hardest working guys you have right here beside you in your family. If it wasn't for them,
got to keep working.
That's it.
Aaron's working too now. He's working the parking
garage.
garage.
I was very upset about that. Aaron, you're better than that. You don't need that. You'll be all right.
He does. He needs to learn like we did.
From the bottom.
He used to paint apartments.
That is true.
Okay. I used to pick up garbage, let him collect money in a booth at John's Pass. Why not?
Teaching him about cash, learning how to deal with it.
Gives him a chance to steal,
We'll see if the count's right.
Yeah, well,
Aaron was the count right.
No, I was off.
If he's working, I cut his fucking allowance down. No more allowance for you. Buy your own goddamn gas for that gas guzzler you made me buy.
I love it.
Man.
You're getting a Tesla. I'm trading that car for a Tesla.
Oh,
first time I did it, I was off by like $6.
He was off by $6.
Yeah, it comes out of your paycheck.
He had enough tips to make up for it.
I did.
Yeah, very good.
He was off by $6. He had a Subway sandwich in his hand in about 5 minutes.
We really appreciate you, Aaron. I mean, Owen. Aaron, Owen, same thing.
He's been doing it to us for years. He calls me Vincent and Aaron all the time.
I believe it. Well, I can't wait to have dinner with Rafal. Have dinner with Rafal the day before the event, and Rafal just always says, "Hey, I forgot my wallet.
Yeah,
Rafal, he does that a lot.
That's what you call a Polish paying. He always forgets his money. That's how.
But he didn't forget lobster, though.
He likes to eat good. Let me tell you. When he was in Poland, he barely could get sausage. Now he comes to America. He's living the American dream. Now he comes out. He wants crab cakes. He wants fancy Wagyu steaks. He wants lobster. He's living the American dream. Let me tell you. He was eating out of fucking cans when he was in Poland. He was eating the Vienna sausage, the little cheap stuff in the little cans. You pull the thing open and it gives you a little sausage in it.
I hate those
now
things.
he's eating crab cakes.
I hate those things. That's
I used to put him in top ramen. I used to make him top ramen with the can of Vienna sausage. That's how poor we were.
Oh, God.
Hey, it wasn't healthy, but it kept him chubby. Look at him. He's looking pretty
Kept
good.
me full with all those chemicals.
Let me tell everyone something right now. Everyone that's watching this, you need to go. You need to book a room. Like I always say, look, I've been to every single one since day one. Okay?
And he's only been arrested once.
Yeah, exactly. It's not some money-making thing. Ben is there. You can talk to him. You can do everything. Okay? You can talk to his family. You can talk to Ben. You can ask questions. Networking's unbelievable there. The rooms are beautiful. Book a room. Exactly. It's just great.
Just a bunch of people get together. They want to make some money, and no matter where you're at in life, I don't care. I want to help anybody make money because if people are making money, they're happy. Except one person I know.
I'm kind of happy.
Yeah, kind of happy. Anyway, come on down to the show. Owen will be there. We'll all be there. It's going to be a great night. And hopefully, when you leave, you're going to leave with something that's going to say in your brain, I'm going to go out here. I got a plan. I'm going to go make some money. And you're going to do it. Okay? Because I don't care what they say. Money will buy you 99.9% of your happiness.
That's right. And what does Ben always say? You got a problem, throw money at it. Solves it right there.
I mean, money can solve a lot of your problems.
That's why I always give him problems.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, I really appreciate it, Owen. We really do.
Of course.
And I look forward to seeing you.
All right, man. We'll see you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And just so everybody knows, if you really want to be a big shot, we got the Holiday Inn where the show's at, or you can go down the block to the 4 Point Sheridan Suites, and you can get yourself a suite. Okay, a full size, same size, a 1-bedroom apartment. You got choices, baby. You get 1 bed, you get 2 beds. I don't care. Just come. I need bodies in those rooms. We need revenue. I'm not going to sit around crying. Oh, my hotel's empty. I can't. What am I going to do? I'm going to get off my, you know what? I'm going to come down there and we're going to get some rooms rented. We're going to have a great event and we're going to help people because it's all about helping other people too. If the whole world helped each other, it'd be a much better world.
That's the truth. Ain't that preach on, brother? Preach on.
When you can start practicing what I preach.
Preach on.
All right, what else we got?
Hand me this ashtray.
Get off my ashtray.
Let me see this ashtray. How much are these ashtrays?
They're free.
They're free?
Free. I'm giving them away, baby. Giving them away. Look at that. And you're going to get a Life for Sale Ben Mala made in China pen. Okay? You get a pen. You get an ashtray. We'll have some other stuff there.
You get a pack of cigarettes?
Yeah, only mine. And buy your own. All right.
I got my own.
All right. Shout out Big Herc. Thank you for the super chat. I'll buy a plane ticket right now and work for free and do an apprenticeship. Would you guys ever be that crazy? Ben Jr., LOL, in my 20s.
Sorry. But the point is, we like to help
I need
people.
a handyman around the house.
Yeah, I know. Everybody, I appreciate that you even make the offer. But the thing is, what I like to do is I like to help people help themselves. You can do it on your own. 20 years old, get your real estate license. All right, come down to the show if you can, and let's talk about what you need to do to make it on your own. Okay, apprenticeships. I'm sorry, we're not set up for that.
No, we're not that large
because
of a
you
company.
couldn't keep up with me. I'm really busy. I'm trying to save my ass right now with today's interest rates in my portfolio, and it just doesn't fit our schedule. But if you do reach out for help, we will give it to you if you come to the event. I guarantee that. So thanks for the offer, but see if you can come on down, and check us out. We'll do what we can to help you out. What else?
Yeah, these ashtrays are really good because mine at home, I put out my cigarette on your face a couple times and they still look pretty good.
I'm surprised. It's a sticker. You're not supposed to use it as an ashtray. Why are you using my souvenir as an ashtray? That's why I got the Mexican avocado ding-a-ling.
This one has a burn mark on
Stop
your ear.
You're burning my face.
You have an ear mark.
Look, he's burning my face.
Yeah, give me the avocado.
Class.
No class.
You know, you're just obnoxious.
The man that puts a sticker inside of an ashtray has no class.
Because nobody smokes but you and me. They just want to look at it. What else you got, Aaron?
All right, shout out Chief. Ben, I'm 24 and trying to get out of residential. Where should I start with $875,000 pre-approval and $315,000 cash?
Listen, the deals are coming, but you got to start looking and you got to start lowballing. That's what it's time to do right now. All right? You got to catch the wave, baby. You got to be a surfer and catch the wave. All right? Now's the time.
Like you.
Now's the time to start looking at stuff you like, stuff that makes sense, and make it make more sense by lowballing it. But it's easy. You want to get out of residential, start looking at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever units go for in your area. And the foreclosures are coming. Watch, they're coming, trust me. And the auctions are coming. The REOs are coming. It's all coming. It's just moving real slow right now. But you got to get ready. It's good that you lined up your money. Now you got to start working the brokers, find out who's really got shit they need to sell, and work the deals. I got to look at 100 deals before I buy one. That's life.
All right, shout out CryptoPunk. Thank you for the super chat. Ben, will you ever offer a video on best practices to underwrite a multifamily property? I flipped for years, and my end game for passive income is multifamily, at least 80 doors to start.
All right. Well, listen, it's real simple.
Underwriting is easy.
Is that what he's asking for, underwriting?
It's money in and money out. Okay. You need to figure out. I mean, there's not like a best practices. It's discovery. You need to figure out everything it's going to cost to operate that building.
And how much you got coming in and whatever's left.
If they have historicals, most buildings that you buy are going to have historicals. But you just got to verify and make sure that those are done, and then set up vendors that are going to work for certain prices. And these are just things you need to know. Sorry.
Right, listen, you also use my simple way.
That's a good one.
All right.
Go ahead.
If you really want to play it safe,
over 80 units, you can use this formula.
All right. If the place is bringing in $100,000 a month, all right, half of it's going to go to employees, taxes, insurance, maintenance, and all the other operating crap you got. All right. Half. Play it safe. You might be able to tweak it later when you do some real homework. But for the first time you look at the property, count half the goddamn gross income coming in as your expenses. Then you got to figure out, all right, I got the other half left. Now you got to pay your mortgage. How much is your debt going to cost? Once you figure out the half expenses and your debt coverage, what are you left with? And compare that to the money you're investing or putting down. All right, and that'll tell you whether it's a good deal or not. That's what I do. And then I only do that for starters. Then once I start digging in deep, I say, oh, this ain't going to cost me that much.
You do?
And then, we tweak it and we figure out what the real NOI is going to be. But you got to do your homework. It's all about knowing every dime coming in and every dime going out. And if there's improvements to make, you got to afford for that.
You got to factor in how much your taxes are going to go up. Because if you're buying the property for more than they purchased it for, then your real estate tax bill is going to go up. You have to factor in your insurance going up. You have to factor in all these costs going up also. So you need to kind of look at everything and put yourself together a spreadsheet. It's just math.
That's it. Simple QuickBooks, whatever, right?
Excel.
You need to excel. What else you got?
All right, shout out No Name. Thank you.
No Name. Why not?
I'm up $150,000 from the mud.
Who?
On to the next. Thank you, Ben.
He's up to $150,000 in a what?
He's up $150,000 from the mud. Like he started with nothing.
It started with zero
and
from
now
mud.
he's up $150,000.
Wow. The mud. That's where I found you in the mud.
Look at that picture.
Very good. Congratulations. All right. What else we got?
All right. Shout out Bill. Thank you for the super chat. Shout out Joe Russo. Thank you also for the super chat. Hey, Ben, how much of a cut do you give your team of property managers after you close on a big profit?
None of your goddamn business.
I like that answer.
Listen, everybody runs it. You get out what you put in. If people really go beyond their job and they really do something to help me out and they made a big difference, then I'm going to consider that. But, every situation is different. It depends on the property. It depends on how much we made. Depends on how long we hold it. How much time did that person put outside of work? You know, did they go spend overnights and sleep in hotels and stay on the road and stay away from their family? You know, I factor and I think about everything that went on with that deal. Okay, so it depends. Every situation is different, but I don't see any of my managers complaining too much right now, except one. What else?
All right, shout out IGH. Thank you for the super chat. Rafal, dinner is on me. See you all soon.
Jesus.
He must have hit the lottery.
Yeah, Rafal, you're paying for dinner on that one.
I'm using a business card.
Thanks a lot, man. That's really, really appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate it. And also, guys, you know, just a quick reminder, like all these super chats are being put back into the channel. So everything pretty much goes to upgrading our production quality. And so that Rafal can start pumping out better content.
And Rafal's still trying to buy a house, but now he didn't buy one because the interest rates went up. He waited too long. So now he's got to pay double, and he only qualifies for half of what he used to qualify for. So he needs more income, so he can qualify for more, blah, 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 blah.
So remember, we'll see you guys there on October the 7th to see our live event. Come down, stay in the Holiday Inn, get a meet and greet,
and Ben's gonna even take a shower that day.
I might even shave.
All right.
I think we have a caller.
We have a caller.
Hey, what's going on?
How are you? How are you?
I'm doing real good. I'm happy to be on the show. I love your YouTube channel. I found you because I was looking for a millionaire to hang with because they said you should keep the company of where you want to go. I didn't know any millionaires, and so I was like, I guess I'm gonna hang with Ben every day.
Hey, I appreciate it, you know, but you got to get a plan so you could be a millionaire. It's all about a
plan.
As long as you got a plan, you execute it, and there's no reason why you should be a millionaire.
Yes, and I'm executing that plan right now, and I'm actually going to be sending you some properties in Florida, the stuff that you look for. So I'll be seeing you that. But to get to my question, I want to know how do you judge the comps on commercial properties, and can you just judge the deal on a good cap rate?
I mean, every deal's different. All right. The higher the cap rate, normally there's a reason why there's a higher cap rate. All right. Every deal is different. You know, it depends on the type of business. It depends on how strong that business is. Is it corporate? Even, you know, your tenants have credit ratings. You know, you're going to pay a lot lower cap rate and more money for a Starbucks as you are for Joe's coffee shop. I mean, because Starbucks is going to pay their damn rent. Joe might blow. You know, so, you know, everything has to do with tenant quality, how long the leases go out. You know, also, if you're responsible for any construction or maintenance or repairs, you know, every deal is different. You know, there's a lot of similar deals like true triple nets, or, you know, we have no responsibilities and a corporate tenant, but then you got true triple nets without corporate tenant. It's all over the board. Everyone is different, and you got to comp it to be similar to the exact same type of situation. I mean, you know, you got to match apples with apples and not, you know, and oranges with oranges.
Okay, so are you judging by places in the area at that point, or just what these businesses generally do?
You always want to see what other stuff comparable is sold for. That'll tell you what the market's paying. Okay. Mm-hmm. But, you know, location has a lot to do with it. The structure has a lot to do with it. The landlord responsibilities have a lot to do with it. The lease has a lot to do with it, with the increases that are built in. You know, it's all about the lease. The lease tells the whole story. Who's responsible for what, how long the term is, what the options are, what the increases are that you can look forward to in the future. Every property has a story, and you got to know that story.
Wow. That's good. I didn't know that.
You got to look at it as, you know, what the hell is the story with this place? Mm-hmm. And you got to check all the boxes, cross all the T's and dot all the I's. You got to know everything about that deal, because people will bamboozle you. They'll forget to tell you something, or that's why you got to read that lease like with a magnifying glass. Yeah. Everything is spelled out in a lease. All right?
Yes.
And little Ben today, I mean, he told me something, and I said, well, whatever the lease says. He says, well, I believe it says. Believe? Listen, we ain't practicing no witchcraft here. You believe, or religion. I mean, I wanted to see what's in the lease. Tell me what the lease says, because the lease is what controls it. The lease is the law. Basically, a lease is a law. It's the law telling you how you're going to operate that property and who's responsible for what. So, you really got to really watch every word in the lease, because a lot of these corporate tenants are smarter than us, and they play a lot of tricks, and they put a lot of little small print in the leases. And we've said, oh shit, we didn't know that. We didn't read the goddamn lease like we should have, but we didn't understand it, and we didn't get an explanation. And, you got to read the lease, every single word.
And understand it. Forget about reading it.
If you don't understand something,
I've read a
call
bunch of
lawyer.
leases, and it's still Greek to me sometimes.
Mhm.
So you have to understand it, not only just read it. Read and comprehend.
Yeah, you can read something and understand it.
Right.
We happens to us every day.
comprehend.
Make sure you know 100% and understand a lease. And the better the terms are, the lower the cap rate's probably going to be, but depends if you're the landlord or the tenant. But every deal is different. All right. Look at every deal as different.
Yeah. And so my business is King Real Estate Investments, and I'll be sending you some properties. So when you see that name, remember Fame, but it'll probably say Jay. Because that's
Jay Fame.
All right.
All right, great. I'll be looking forward to it. People send me stuff all the time, and I look at it. And one guy is really cool. He sends me stuff. It's like he's doing my work for me. He's sending me stuff off of Crexy, off of LoopNet, and and I didn't have time to check it out. So he's sending me. I made it easy for me. I click on it. I look at it. If I like it, I'll cut him in because he saved me the time of looking for it. But I haven't found nothing yet. Everything he's sending me is just not the deal for me. But who knows? You never know. You never know.
All right, shout out Ash. Thank you for the super chat. Do you have more commercial real estate or residential real estate for long term?
Well, we used to be in the residential real estate business practically our whole lives, but the market dictated for us to get out while the kitten's good. We got out. So now we're heavy into commercial. We got retail. We got all types of retail. We got triple nets. We got gross leases. We got everything. We got shopping centers, everything. It's all over the board. We're diversified.
In retail,
and we do hotels too. And Ben wants to open up an ice cream shop because he likes ice cream.
And we do parking garages.
Look at that.
All right, shout out Dominic. Ben, when are you going to get Vince his 3 Rolls Royces? Also, what happened to the live podcast? You forget about the little guy?
Let me tell you something. Vincent's cool. Don't get me wrong. He's a great son. Today, in fact, I made him do something, and I'm glad he just listened to me and did it. He went to the dealership like I told him to, and I know the guy there. I know he's not going to overcharge me too much.
Right.
He'll be fair. He'll tell me what the car needs and what it don't need. Well, the guy still works for the dealer. He gave us a list. A lot of the stuff was insignificant. And I said, listen, let's focus on what's important. And then I said, get that car out of the dealership, take it over to the guy that we know that always worked on my Rolls Royces, and let's see what he said. I got on the phone with the guy. I saved a lot of money, and I'm getting his Rolls Royce in picture perfect condition, and he'll live happily ever after for at least another couple of years with it. It's a great car. It was actually owned by the guy that started me in real estate.
Right.
So it has a lot of sentimental value.
It does.
To all of us.
Yeah, I like it. It's a beautiful car. Where's the Mustang?
Where's the Mustang?
Being fixed right now, and then it's going to be sold.
Let's take it to the track and drag.
Yeah, we're going. We do drag racing almost like whenever we can on Saturday night.
They dragged me out to the racetrack last weekend. All right. This nut here, that nut, and Vincent the Nut, they all take their cars on the 1/8 of the mile drag strip. All right, fine. You're not messing up the car too much. You hit the gas, you take off, and Ben got beat by the same exact 60s Mustang that I just bought. The guy was like 70 years old with a Mustang, and he beat his new Corvette. He smoked your ass.
100 horsepower.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, so basically then, I guess they got bored or something. Now they want to go over to the drifting track. He takes a brand new Corvette out to the goddamn drifting track. He's nuts. He's going to destroy that car. And then Vincent takes his old car that I bought him when he was 16, his Charger out there. He's lucky he could do a donut in that car. I thought for sure we're going to have to tow that goddamn car off the track. Luckily we didn't. But, that's what they like to do. And if you got a need for speed, do it somewhere safe, and it's fine.
That's right. And we got the new edition coming soon. We'll let you guys hear about that when I get it.
Oh, yeah.
My right-hand drive.
You can't give too many hints.
Right-hand drive car on the way.
Yeah.
Right-hand drive.
So,
do you say what country is it?
Coming from Japan.
From Japan?
Oh,
Japan.
That's going to be a video.
I saw your right-hand car. So you go drift.
There we go.
Go ahead. You guys,
we might want to drift in it.
Guess what car it is. We'll see what it is.
So, all right. What else we got?
All right. Shout out Baby Billy. Thank you for the super chat.
Baby Billy.
Ben, how much of your net worth is leveraged today? How much paid off property do you cash flowing versus leverage? Much love from South Tampa. My property manager calls me Malaman because I don't quit talking about you.
Well, tell your property manager, it's time for them to get out there and do something. And you guys maybe can do something together. Anyway, the point is this. Every deal is different in my world now. Some are leveraged a little too much. I took a little too much money because I was greedy when interest rates were low, and now I'm paying the price. Some properties I'm half. Some properties I'm 70, 80. Some properties, small properties, I have no mortgage on. It's all over the board. When you've been doing this shit so long and your portfolio is so big, you get to do all kinds of different stuff. But typically, if you can cash flow with the bank's money, that's the best way of doing it. Typically my whole career was I used 80% of the bank's money. I used 20% of mine, and I got a good return. I improved the property and hopefully sold it down the road for more money. That's my story. I mean, that's simple as that. I like using the bank's money, but you got to have the numbers to back it up. Now, the numbers used to back it up, but they don't back it up no more. But the bank says, well, you got plenty of money. We're not worried about you. But I'm selling everything because it don't cash flow the way it used to.
That answers it.
What else?
All right. Shout out Ash. Thank you again for the super chat. Aaron, do you still trade? How often? Honestly, no, I don't really trade right now. I'm back in school. As you guys know, I'm in high school. And, when you go to a fancy private high school, it's pretty hard. Especially when you're taking like AP class and stuff like that.
I thought the whole point of paying all that money was so it wasn't hard.
It's pretty hard. So, but I should be focusing on my father's portfolio. So I'm going to start doing that.
And the stock market sucks right now anyway. Okay. It's not like, there's not a lot of opportunity that I see in the stock market, but he'll get back to that at a later date. But right now he's counting parking tickets at the parking garage.
Oh, yeah. So what are we going to do about that?
But what?
Are you going to be able to work every weekend?
Open. Yeah, I'm open.
I mean, I know you're open, but I don't want to take you away from school events.
Don't worry about time with his schedule at the parking garage.
You said we talk about it.
Well, after or before.
Okay.
All right. What else we got?
All right. Shout out Wes. Thank you for the super chat. Aloha from Hawaii.
No, I'm using the ashtray. Give my ashtray. Aloha. Hawaii. I'm seeing a shitload of deals coming up on my screen in Hawaii after that fire they had.
Yeah. He said, I've watched every single video posted and I enjoy watching your family's journey and growth. Touch on the outside, but you've got a big, kind heart, Ben Sr. Take care of your dad, boys.
Thank you very much.
We will.
And let me tell you something. I've only been to one place on vacation that I would say I would stay longer, and that was Hawaii. Okay, Hawaii is just something about when you step off the plane, you're in Hawaii. I don't know what it is, the weather, the water, the food, the people. It's just a pleasurable place to be. I loved it. I can't wait to go back. So aloha, and maybe I'll bring Mumu with me.
I was going to say, I'll take you. Come on, let's go.
All right,
let's go.
We got a caller.
We got a caller.
What's up, guys? How we doing?
Fine. How are you?
Good. I got a couple questions for you. So to give you a little background on myself, I'm 35. I live in Melbourne, Florida. So
Melbourne, you don't look 35, but Melbourne. All right.
Right down the street.
Melbourne, that's where the rockets get shot off of pretty close to by, right?
That's right. Well, so my wife and I we're both architects. We started a firm about 4 years ago. We've done pretty well. It's allowed us to dabble in a little bit of real estate. We currently
What are you architecting? What are you drawing? What are you drawing? What are you architecting?
So everything from multifamily, commercial. We do banks. We do gas stations. A little bit of everything.
He needs your number.
He said,
okay, because every architect takes him to the cleaners. He always spends too much money with all this fancy crap that costs a fortune to build.
Not the architect.
We need who is it?
Oh yeah, that's the architect.
Yeah, it's the architect.
But that's my fault.
Hey, I'd love to work with you guys. Actually, one of my clients is one of your friends, Danny Duncan.
Danny Duncan.
You built something?
Yeah.
You built him his duplexes that he built and sold?
Yeah, so I do his duplexes. I don't know if he showed you his warehouse and his pup place he's got going on.
Oh, did he build a pup place yet?
It's good. We just got through site plan approval. It's getting ready to break ground.
Did you get through zoning?
Yep, through zoning. Yep.
He's a great guy, and he really, he's that's his little town there in Inglewood, which I'm selling a Publix in tomorrow. He ain't going to my liquor store no more. It won't be mine. He'll still be going there. But Danny's a great guy, and he made some good money. And I saw a lot of stuff that he did, so that's great. But I don't know. Can you build bigger? We need bigger.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm doing a 400 unit apartment complex down in Miami. We got tons of stuff going on. I love to work with you guys.
Well, send us some information at benmal.com. We'll get you on the phone. We'll talk about what some of the projects we want to do and see if we can put something together. Because really, honestly, if the shit don't hit the fan, which I think it will, we're probably going to have to start building. I mean, that's the only way we're going to, keep growing, So he's built a couple of buildings. Even with his mistakes, we've still done very, very well. Okay, in the buildings that he built, the commercial strip centers he's built. So, it's a great thing when you can build.
That's right. I'll tell you what, give me a shot. I'll do it for cost the first project, get my foot in the door, and once you use me, you'll keep coming back. I guarantee that. I'll
let you get your foot in the door if you put your foot up his. All right. Well, good luck. Contact us. Send us your info, okay?
10-4. Thank you, guys.
Melbourne. It's great.
All right. Shout out Exclusive Auto Care. Thank you for the super chat. Hi, Ben. I'm from Australia, and property rents don't cover mortgage payments. Instead, offsetting costs against your income taxes is the general advice. Any advice as if you had only negative cash flow properties? Thanks.
I mean, I don't know Australia, but things work different in other countries. I mean, I believe there are some parts of Australia. I've spoken to some people that you can't cash flow. But if you're in an area where you can't cash flow, I mean, that's the problem, with those type of countries, the way they are, and the cost of living and everything like that. It's not geared like our country, but the best thing to do is to find something you can add value to and make it cash flow. Maybe you could add a room on. Maybe you could take a 2-bedroom, add a room on and make it a 3-bedroom. Maybe you got to think out of the box. All right. You got to think about that property. What can I do to this property that makes sense, that'll make it more valuable or increase my cash flow? Every property is different. Maybe you can add something to it. Maybe you can charge more for something. Maybe there's a service you can provide. I don't know. He used to try to charge people for taking out their garbage and increase the cash flow.
They still do.
I mean, I don't know. But if you're not cash flowing, then it's not the deal for me. And I'm not moving to Australia. All right. It's like a kangaroo, I don't know. I don't know what to say, but really, you got to find value add. You got to figure it out. All right, find something you can make worth more money.
I'm sorry. Somebody wrote. I know it's not a paid comment, but somebody said, "Would you buy a former meth house and turn it into
a crack house?
Would you buy a former meth lab and turn it into something that was cheap?"
Listen, you can take anything, anywhere, anytime with my bookie. And you can make something out of something. You can take garbage and turn it to gold. That's how I got where I'm at today. I bought properties that I had to take a crowbar to get into and get the boards off the windows. Okay. And you don't want to know what we found inside. Okay. So listen, you can do anything with anything if there's an opportunity there. You can always go up, but you can't go down. You're already at down. You're already at the bottom. That's what I like about the bottom. I couldn't go any lower. What else?
All right. Shout out Marquez. Thank you for the super chat. Any more events after this one?
I don't know. Let's see how this one goes. I need tickets sold tonight. I want to hear I got tickets sold. Okay, let me tell you something. There's only so much room in that room that we're doing in a hotel. The fire department will only let me have max, maybe 200 people could sit down there and eat and have a good time, and we're going to have a great night. But that's it. So if you're not one of the people getting your tickets now, you're going to miss out. It's going to be sold out. I'm praying.
It happens.
Because I need the revenue. But listen, if this event goes well, I might do a monthly. Why? Because I need the money. I got no shame in my game. I need money. You know how much it costs to run those hotels? The utility bills are $50,000 a month alone. All right. And then you got the employees, you got taxes, you got insurance, you got everything. It's crazy if you see the bills on those hotels. Those things during COVID, they cost me $250,000 just to keep the doors open every month while they were empty. All right. I bled like a pig. What else?
Shout out Jay. Thank you for the super chat. Love your channel. Question. I live in Dallas, Texas, and I'm considering buying investment properties, but the taxes are really high. Is this the reason why you left Texas and moved to Florida?
Texas has no state tax.
One of the reasons. No, it was the property taxes I think he's talking about.
Oh, you paid the school tax
and
the property tax. That's where they get you. I didn't know that. We went out there and bought 1,000 apartments in Pasadena, Texas. I looked at the tax bill when I bought it, but I didn't know they were going to hit me with a school tax bill too. That was equivalent. So you got to do your homework, but you're going to find a lot of deals coming. And Texas, there's always deals. You can always find a deal in Texas. All right, you just got to look a little harder, and you might have to go to a tougher neighborhood.
Texas is growing too. There's a lot of growth in certain
Austin
areas.
is real big.
So, and Dallas has already hit a growth.
Go to
spurt,
Garland.
so.
Garland's right next to Dallas. All right, check out Garland and find a deal. And, look for something where the rents are low, where you can raise them up, maybe fix the place up. But, even with the double tax, you can still make money there. You just got to find the deal. And then you got to negotiate the deal. All right? You got to get in there and bargain, baby. Hello? Or you're in Texas, rent the horses. Go in the stable business.
All right. Shout out Zimenica. I don't know how to say that. Anyways, how do you negotiate with the bank to obtain the longest possible capital repayment deferment period?
Talk about interest only, right? All right.
Right.
Listen, the banks are going to loan you money based on your risk, your risk. How big of a risk are you? If you know risk, they don't care if you pay the principal back that much because you know risk. They know you can afford to pay them off. But you got to get to that point in life. I wasn't there at the bottom. I had to work my way up to where I could prove to the bank, I'm doing you a favor by borrowing your money. That's where you got to have a goal in life to get to with the banks. So once the banks feel like you're no risk, then they're going to bend for you. Okay. Until then, you got to work your way up to that level. But, ask and you shall receive. You might get not everything you want, but you might get something. You might say, give me 5 years interest only. They say, nah, we can't do that. But we'll give you 1. Well, how about 3? Nah, maybe we can squeeze 2. I take it in front of the board, blah, 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 blah. Listen, you got to prove to the banks that you're no risk. If you want their money, you got to make them feel safe in loaning you their money. And if they're not getting the principal back, just their interest, that's a risk to them because, they want you to buy down that debt. So this way you don't owe them that much at the end of the term. So, you just got to work your way up to that point and negotiate and go to more than one bank. Ask around. Maybe talk to a mortgage broker. They're out there. There's all kinds of people out there, but there's a lot of, pieces to the puzzle. The interest rate, sometimes you can pay them a little more interest rate and not pay the principal. It depends on the length of the time of the loan. It depends on, what your rate is tied to, but you got to work your way up to banking. Banking is like, dating, you got to date them, make a deal before you marry them.
Analogy.
Well, you're dating a bank because the bank is the most important relationship in your life. The bank becomes before your wife. You know why? Because the bank keeps your wife happy by helping you make that money. What's up?
We got a caller.
We have a caller. Uh-oh. This guy in jail or what? You calling for jail? Looks like a solid concrete wall back there. What's up?
Ben, how you doing?
Fine. How are you?
Good. I'm actually calling from the Philippines. That's why I look so strange.
Oh, Philippines. Very good. Send me about 100 lumpia. I love lumpia. Lumpia.
You know why?
Eat chicken adobo. All that.
How about balut?
I don't eat dog.
How about balut?
Baloots. Anyway, Philippines is cool.
If you Google it,
I lived around a lot of Filipinos. They can't say the F. They have trouble saying the F. They use the P instead of the F. Like, I worked for a guy once when I was in the Army. He was in the Navy. He's a Filipino. He used to go, "Motherfucker." He couldn't say the F word no matter what. He couldn't. I used to go, "It's not
Wow.
Rubio. So,
get a good memory.
Philippines, very good.
I live in Philippines, and I also live in Florida. I met you at the event you had at the University of South Florida about 6-7 months ago.
Oh, great.
College? No, I was a civilian guest sneaking in on a freebie to get some free advice from you and Ben Jr.
You're a sneaky freebie here. Okay. So that's good. You're in the Philippines. What are you renting out? Huts?
No, I own a contact center.
Oh, contact center. Is that like a call center?
I don't
it
know.
is.
Explain
it is.
I like to see.
Oh, he's the guy.
How many people working in that contact center?
That's why he's got the head.
200.
So that's costing you $200 a day, right?
You're close.
$200 a day, and he has to come in with rice every day. Now I love Filipino people.
You're close. Well, man, how do you know so much about the Philippines?
I lived around people all my life. I come from New York. I lived in California. New York is a melting pot. I mean, the United States is a melting pot in all the major cities. You know, you there and you learn about everything. So what's up, Filipino?
Well, what we do is
Philippines. I don't understand one thing about Philippines. All right, maybe you can clarify this. And I'm not politically too involved. Why would they take the kid whose father, who passed away, and his mother bought millions and millions of dollars worth of shoes and took all the money and make him the president? What's his name? Bobo?
I'll tell you why.
Right? Why?
I'll tell you why. Because he owes the United States $120 million from a lawsuit. You talk about control. That's some pretty strong control.
He goes and becomes the president. Why would they elect somebody from a family that already, took a lot from the country and got in trouble over it? Now he's in charge again. I don't get it. What is
people
Bobo?
like Bong Bong? People like the Marcos regime. It was people like that. People like the Marcos regime here. I know it sounds strange, but they did.
All right. Well, my guy that's my hairstylist, he's not a barber, is Filipino. But
I met him. I met him at USF. He said,
yeah, it looks like he gave you a haircut too. Looks like you got a good Filipino haircut or a barber too. He keeps it clean.
$2 well spent.
Well, it's good. You're running a call center in the Philippines, and what are you calling? Anything? You're the spam guys.
Yes.
You're the people that.
No. We're not spam likely. Come on, man. Give me a break.
I'm calling you. What do you have to pay?
Your warranty is expiring on your car.
We actually do property. We do property management for large companies that need their commercial real estate monitored and maintained. So when people have a broken pipe or a busted elevator, one of our agents takes their call and finds the right person to scream at.
Very good. Right. Very good. And you speak.
So, not really. My wife does though, so that really helps.
How much you pay for her? I mean, how long have you been married?
10 years.
Yeah. You got your money's worth. Hey, that's great.
I did.
Good. All right. So what's up, Filipino?
All right. So what I want to ask, first of all, I love your knowledge of the Philippines. That's so impressive. But I want to know about LLCs, insurance, and lawsuits. And meaning, what do you really do to protect yourself from slip and falls, those lovely billboards that tells everybody they're going to become a millionaire because they choked on a Cheeto in one of your properties?
Yeah, it's bad. It's really bad right now. I mean, he was bringing up some stuff today on insurance. I mean, the problem is this, if you own real estate, you should definitely have an LLC because the LLC will prevent people from tapping your other assets. So like if somebody sues me from a slip and fall at one location, then they can only touch that location. They can't come after me unless I did something so negligent that they can prove. But an LLC is your corporate veil, and it'll protect you. But you should be insured properly. But the lawsuits are nuts. We had a slip and fall. They're going into the friggin' people. I hear about millions in settlements now. It's crazy. The insurance companies don't want to fight because the lawyers charge too much money, and they don't want to get bled through the court system. So they're just settling with people for ridiculous amounts of money.
One bad jury,
and they're driving our friggin' rates up. So, you got to be insured. You got to have an LLC to protect you. And then you got to make sure your property doesn't have anything that's really clear that could be a hazard. You got to really be. We just found out the other day, we got paint on some concrete and the concrete shouldn't have been painted because when it rains, it gets slippery. We didn't paint it. We bought it that way. You got to look at everything on your property. You got to inspect your property. You got to do quality control. There's another term that you use. Whatever. There's a proper term.
I mean, there is, risk mitigation, risk management evaluation.
Yeah, risk management.
You got to constantly do that.
They don't have lawsuits in the Philippines. What are you worried about?
I got property in Florida.
Oh, Florida, you got to worry. You got to worry.
I know. Well, the thing about that is, and I'm wondering this as well, how often has this ever happened to you where let's say someone goes all the way to trial and the policy gets exhausted? Have you ever gone above and beyond a policy, and have you ever lost a property over it?
Well, the problem is that if you have a coverage, you got limits on your coverage. If you only got
Right.
$1 million coverage, and he always gets us what they call it.
You get an umbrella.
An umbrella over.
So
that
the
$1
umbrella
million.
is cheap. The
Yeah.
umbrella
Yeah.
is cheap. Basically,
Yeah.
you got your first carrier. They're going to carry $1 million to $2 million aggregate.
That's the expensive part.
That's the expensive part because everything's pretty much under $1 million, right? But your secondary is your umbrella. That's when you get up to 5 or 10 or 15, 20, 30, 50, whatever you want. They'll give it to you. It's just a factor. And so we've never had a claim that I know of ever tap our umbrella policy.
Well, not the umbrella.
Even okay, so it's never even got to the umbrella.
I don't think I've ever had the
The
umbrella.
umbrellas
kick
are
in.
cheap. You want to get
Okay.
it because
I don't think I've ever seen an umbrella.
They don't never
kick
have
in.
to kick in unless it's something really bad.
Right.
And if it's that bad, they should know. They should
Then
have
they-
insured it. But
Yeah.
anyway, the point is, you get an umbrella policy, but always have the basic coverage to be enough. And $1 million bucks ain't shit these days.
And
That's
you,
the problem.
you might be able to get a master umbrella policy if you're talking about GL, right? So
Yes.
you might be able to get
General
a
liability.
master umbrella policy that's going to be extremely cheap
That's when you have many properties.
because you said you have multiple properties in Florida.
Yeah.
So
That
that's why
sounds
it's talking
very
about
interesting.
LLC.
Yeah,
So
you got to
need
talk
get
to your
you
insurance
gotta
agent.
talk to your agent.
That's your agent's job to sit down and say, okay, here's your exposure. All right. Do you want certain, like we have hotels that need more exposure, more
Right. More
coverage
GL coverage
than
because
a
of
regular apartment
full
building or a
service
store.
operations.
Because in a hotel, a lot of shit
Food
can
and-
happen. You got people in and out every day and all that shit. Every property has different requirements for insurance. We deal with Marriott. Marriott forces us to have in some
50
properties
million or
50 million.
on full service, I believe.
Can you umbrella all that on your secondary, or that's only for specific types of property?
You can. I mean, we're not insurance agents.
You
You
can
know what
umbrella-
I mean?
I respect
You can
that. I
get
respect that.
You can get an umbrella for anything.
Yeah.
Basically, all
But
the
you can get the master. You can
I
get the
got
master.
master umbrella policy.
Even with your car. This affects everybody. All right. My car insurance,
Right.
I think I got $1 million in case one of my kids, hurt somebody or whatever.
Correct.
Fine. They get into an accident, and if the insurance company is worried that it could exceed $1 million, God forbid somebody got hit or hurt or whatever,
medical stuff like
then
that.
I bought what they call on top of that a
Umbrella policy.
umbrella on top of that. So then
bought
that
it.
kicks in.
I-
First, $1 million goes to the first insurance company. Then a separate insurance company comes in and gives you the umbrella policy. That's what you got to do to really cover your ass. But always have an LLC so your name stays out of it.
And then
Keep your
Right.
name out of it.
we carry personal umbrella policies on ourselves too, or at least I do.
I
So
never
if-
seen an umbrella that can cover you.
Yeah, well, you carry one too. So we both have personal umbrella
Yeah,
policies that
big-ass
in
umbrella,
case
boy. You need
we
a
get
tent.
sued personally,
needs a
God
pop-up
forbid
tent when it
something happens
rains.
like that, we also keep an umbrella policy, and that's cheap. I mean, it's really
You
not
got to talk to
expensive.
your insurance agent, but it's very important to cover your ass.
Right.
All right.
Okay. Now,
All right. Go back to your Olympia.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
All right. Shout out ChatGPT. Thank you for the $20. Hey, Ben, I'm about to get my real estate license in Oregon. What advice would you give upcoming sales agents / brokers, especially in Oregon?
Find an agent who's selling the most stuff and go see if you can try to work with them.
Exactly right. Get around people making money. Go to put a nice suit on. Go to the most expensive office that's selling the most expensive real estate in your area and get in with them. Because if they're making money, you're going to make money. And then you kiss their ass for a while. You do their open houses. You run their errands, whatever you got to do. You be a part of their team. Once you join a team that's making money, you're going to be making money. And eventually the team gets old. They move on and you inherit business. You grow. But grow around people who are growing. Don't get sitting around and try to work it on your own or sit around a bunch of deadbeats in an old office that ain't doing shit. Go to an office that's busy, hungry, and that got people coming in. And sit in that goddamn office if you have to once in a while, because you might get a walk in, and talk to everybody. Everybody could be a possible customer to you, whether they're buying. Everybody either wants to buy or sell a house sometime in their lifetime. All right. So everybody's a potential customer. Maybe you go to the fancy apartment buildings and convert renters to owners. Put a card in everybody's mailbox. Hey, you want to stop renting and be an owner? Give me a call. Let me see where I can help you out. And then find a mortgage broker that can help you help them. And everybody helps each other and everybody wins. But get around, like he said, where they're making money. Don't waste your time putting your license to use around people that ain't making them moving and shaking. All right.
All right. Shout out Lala. Thank you for the super chat. Please do not stop doing this. That is the best I can give right now, but I will give more. Please keep doing this with Ben Jr. and Ben. I beg you all. We need you, Papa Ben and Brother Ben.
I gotta work
please.
with him every day. Don't
Papa
expect me to spend my evenings
my
with him
night
too.
times with myself.
Keep your money. I'm sick of him. I'm just kidding. I'm glad you're getting some benefit out of it, because it's all about helping people and giving Rafal enough money to borrow his equipment and pay for his. He wants a Tesla now. He thinks he's American. Now he wants Teslas. He wants lobsters. He wants everything. Reminds me of my wife. Except she ain't got a beard.
And they take a foot.
Yeah, you've taken a whole arm and a leg. What else you got, Aaron?
All right. Shout out Jay. Thank you for the super chat. Love your channel. Question. We already did that. Sorry. That one is on me.
And he's
now we know where that $6 went.
All right. Shout out Bass. Thank you for your super chat. I'm a first home buyer. How long will I need to have my down payment in my account before I apply for a loan? Some people are telling me 30 days.
No clue.
I mean, you should talk to whoever's giving you the loan. They're going to have requirements on that. If it's FHA, find out whoever's helping you get your loan. Ask them because they know. And it could be at least 30 days. It might be more. But another thing is this. If you're a first-time home buyer, you can get the money gifted to you if you have somebody that's willing to gift it, like a relative or something like that. They will accept a gift letter saying that the money came from somebody else. But yes, you got to prove to them that you got the money. They're not going to waste their time doing all the loan documents and underwriting and appraisals and all this crap unless they know you got your end of the deal. All right. You want them to come up with their end of the deal. You got to prove to them you got their end of the deal and you got the money to do the deal. But talk to whoever's helping you get your loan. No matter who it is, I don't care. That's a simple question, and a lot of lenders are different. Some banks might require seasoned money in the bank. I don't know, but talk to whoever's loaning you the money. All right?
Thank you.
All right, shout out Vincent Stewart. Thank you for your super chat. What type of accountant should you look for when wanting to learn about the tax around commercial property? Yes, I'm in the UK, but any advice? I don't think we can 1031 something over here.
Let me tell you, in England, you can't 1031, you can't 1032, you can't 1033. You can't do any of that. But anyway, the point is, whenever you're dealing with anything in life, always find people that specialize, that do it every day and have experience, okay? We just changed accountants only because mine retired. And we went to an accountant that has a really good knowledge and history and other clients that know about commercial real estate. Why? Because we checked them out. We know people that have dealt with him. We looked at his, what he does. We looked at his credentials. Always find an expert. When it comes to doctors, lawyers, and accountants, always go with a specialist. You don't want somebody guessing or having to look up the answer. Go with somebody who knows the answer and it stays on top of all the rules. Here in America, tax laws are always changing. It's just like the other day, my accountant told me, hey, don't worry. We don't need to meet right away on October 15th for your tax return, even though that's the date that it normally runs out with your extensions, because we had a hurricane. Now we have until February 15th to file it. A lot of people didn't know that live in Florida. He knew it. He told me. Now I relaxed a little. Always deal with professionals that know specifically what you're working on.
Caveat is you're going to have to pay more. If you owe the IRS something and you keep holding it out, you're going to have to pay more to the IRS in penalties for not paying it. Just so you
find an expert. All right. Back. Make sure the guy has experience and qualified to do what you want him to do.
Just saying, don't.
Lawyers, doctors, and accountants.
We have a call.
Oh.
Hey, Ben.
Hey, how are you?
Good. Hey, I talked to you back in February about selling a cell tower. I did a consult with you.
Okay.
And I ended up selling it. And so now I got about $250K in cash. And that'll be after I pay my taxes. And then I was thinking about selling my house. I bought it in 2018 for $100K. And it's now worth $290. And then also,
how long you lived there?
5 years.
Well, then it's all tax-free money if you sell it, because first $250,000 is free, and if you're married, up to $500,000. All right, so you're thinking about selling your house. You're gonna walk away with almost a couple $100,000.
So I'll get like $290 for the house, and I already got $250.
How much you owe on it?
Nothing.
All right, so you're gonna be up to over $500,000.
Yeah, and then I have another cell tower. I got an offer they want to buy it for 300,000.
How much you making on these cell towers? I've been begging him to put them on a goddamn roof in a garage. He teases me about it, and then we never get them. I mean, how much are you making on these cell tower deals?
Well, the one I just sold this year, what I ended up doing was I found some land for sale, 80 acres of land for sale, and in the photos it had a cell tower, but the realtor forgot to include that in the listing. So then I called him. I says, "Hey, does the cell tower come with the land?" And he says, "Yeah, I forgot to include it." I said, "Well, can you send me the leases?" And then I got the leases and I sent it to a guy I know who buys cell towers, and he told me the cell tower was worth about 300,000. Well,
good.
I bought all the land for 400,000.
Very good.
So now a year has passed, and now I want to sell. I sold the cell tower. Now I'm about to list the land for 500,000. So after I sell everything, I'm thinking about selling everything, and I'll have about 900,000.
Sell it all and stash your cash. I'm telling you, you're going to have almost $1 million in your pocket. Don't fool around because the deals are coming. Things are going to crash. Things are happening right now as we speak. Get your hands on all the money you can because I know damn well, I don't know damn well, but that land ain't making you shit right now, is it? Income-wise, right?
The land, you mean?
The land that you're going to sell for $500,000.
It doesn't make any money. It's just
sell it. Get that money. Can you parcel that land up and sell it off in pieces and get more money?
I think I might be able to split it 3 ways. Maybe.
Well, find out if it pays for you to chop that sucker up and get even more money. Okay? Maybe you cut yourself short. Maybe you can parcel it out and sell it in smaller pieces and get a higher price. But you got to do your homework and find out. Go to the county, see how many acres you can split it up in pieces.
I'm just wondering, do you think I should cash everything in and sit on the 900?
Listen, 900 right now, sitting in a goddamn bank, totally safe, okay, can get you, what is that, 6% up to 6% of CD. I mean, you get some cash flow going. But the point is, get your hands on every dime you can. How much money are you sitting on now? Only how much? 150, 250?
250.
I'd much rather sit on $1 million almost than 250. Okay,
and then
it's 4 times as much.
Where's this
and
land?
Then I still have 2 storage facilities too.
I don't want to steal it. I'm just curious on what state it's in.
Ohio.
God.
I knew it. I knew it. I told you the other day. Shit's growing in Ohio.
Yeah, why don't you grow? You already grown enough here. Grow over there. All right. Well, get your money. All right, especially if you're in Ohio. You're a fucking millionaire in Ohio.
Yeah,
that means a lot. Because listen, right now, all I can do is I'm telling everybody to do what I'm doing. Save and stash every goddamn dollar you can. Stick it away in the bank at 5 or 6% and wait for the deals to come and start lowballing shit because the shit's getting ready to hit the fan. And you want to be cash, will be king.
Cash strong.
So if you want to be a king, stash your cash.
Now I got one final question for you. And I bought
your cell service. My phone's been acted up in this house.
I bought 2 storage facilities in 2021.
Yep.
And they were making $16,000 a month.
Right.
And now I got them up to making $25,000 a month.
Very good.
And the full potential, if everybody was at market rent, would be $30,000 a month. But my question for you is, I was offered $3.2 million for them, and I owe 1.6 or 1.5.
If you're for $3 million, and right now you're making $25,000 a month, $25,000 a month is $300,000 a year. $300,000 a year, $3 million is selling at a 10 cap. Is that what storage facilities go for? A 10 cap? Is that net? Is that net or gross? $300,000 a year, net or gross?
He said gross.
Yeah, gross.
Gross. What's your net? Nobody cares. I mean, your gross is important, but net. How much you put in your pocket every month after you collect all the rent, pay all the bills? What are you netting before you pay a mortgage? Out of $26,000.
Before the mortgage?
Yes.
About $18,000.
18,000. All right. 18,000 a month is roughly about 200 grand a year. 200 grand a year at a 10 cap is $2 million.
At a 5 cap.
At a 5, you're selling at a 7.5 cap.
Right.
I'd take the money and run. I don't know, but you comp it out. What are other storage facilities selling for? Or can you get that sucker up to the 30 grand a month or not? How long is it going to take you to get up to the 30 grand a month gross, and then you'll increase your net by another 5 grand?
Right.
I mean, maximize it as much as you can, because the more income, NOI, the more the property's worth. But how much did you pay for the storage facility?
He said $1 million. Oh wait, no.
1.6.
And now you can sell for $3 million. You're going to double your money.
Yeah.
And in a bad day, it's up to you. Try to,
doubling.
make it worth more money or sell it and take the money and run. But if I was you, I'd 1031, so you don't have to pay the government 300 grand.
All right. Thanks, Ben.
All right. Good luck to
Absolutely.
you. Keep buying those storage facilities. Keep buying those cell towers.
In Ohio, baby.
And you need to go team up with them.
In Ohio. You trying to get rid of me?
Yeah.
Why are you trying to get rid of me?
You
I'll
eat
go
too
back.
much.
I'll go back to Oakland with Kevin. How you doing,
Yeah.
Kevin from Oakland? In sunny Oakland. You just missed it. It passed.
Oakland was sunny. I don't remember.
It's
if you
sunny
guys
in
said it,
Oakland right
was
now,
it?
I guess.
All right.
I see in
Good.
the comments.
What
I
else we
like
got,
it.
Aaron?
All right, shout out Ballin' on a Budget. Thank you for the super
Ballin'
chat.
on a
Balling on the budget, baby.
That's why you only gave $5.
I'm already up
easy.
25 grand after your call. I appreciate you, sir. I'm coming to the event in Florida too. I moved the million, like
thank
you
you.
said. Good
Very
advice.
good. Congratulations.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
I can't wait to see you balling on a budget. But make sure we ain't giving no discount about a ticket. We ain't giving no discount on the tickets.
Trying
Food
to
costs
search for
money. I
source
gotta pay for the
codes right
hotel.
now.
I gotta pay for the food. I gotta pay for the employees. I gotta have the servers. I gotta
linen,
cleaners, the cooks,
Table, we gotta
the,
wash the dishes.
equipment, the
We
rent.
got-
Oh my god, it's crazy.
All right,
Banquet.
shout out to Think Studio. Thank you for the super chat. Ben, how many properties did you have cash flowing before you jumped into 1031 exchange? Or
one.
have you 1031 exchange your first property right away? Did you wait to have cash flow foundation?
I have never done a sale that I can recall without 1031 into another deal. Did I come up short? Maybe. I don't know. I had to check and see last year. I took care of him, but did I take care of me? I don't think so. The point is, I've been doing it my whole life. That's the only reason why I grew. It forced me to grow. Don't touch the money. Reinvest it. Don't pay the goddamn tax. Defer it. And then accumulate more real estate, accumulate more wealth, and that's the way you grow. It was the 1031 that forced me to grow because I didn't want to give up that money to Uncle Sam. I just rolled it into the next deal. That's what I did. I've done it my whole life. And I recommend other people do it too. You need money, you improve the property, and you refinance it. That's how you get your money where it's a non-taxable event. What else?
All right. Shout out to the Voin. Thank you for the super chat. I'm buying a fourplex commercial.
The Vein Network.
The Vein.
I
Honor
was going to
student.
correct you. I knew it. He couldn't let it go
Holy
by.
shit,
He
the kind of
can't
money
let
I
things
pay
go
in school,
by.
he calls the
Okay?
Voin. The
He
Vein
can't let
Network.
It looked like
was
a O
fine.
instead of a A.
Okay,
Anyways.
it was fine.
Anyways, I'm buying a fourplex commercial in New Jersey.
Jersey.
Insurance wants to charge $6,000 a year.
Oh my God, it's crazy.
Tell
This
us
is my
about it.
first
Holy
commercial
shit.
property. I need recommendations and
You
any
need
other
a new
tips.
agent. Listen, I'm going to tell you about insurance. We almost lost a big deal because of my insurance agent and the buyer's insurance agent. We found this other agent, and he came through. He got good insurance at a good price. You got to shop around. All right? When it comes to insurance, especially now, you got to shop around. You're spending $1,500 a unit. That's about $100 a unit a month or more. That's crazy. It used to be $350, $400 a year. Now it's $1,500. Shop around. Call another agent. What you do is, what's the guy who's got us insurance here in Clearwater? I think he does Jersey. What's his name?
Kyle.
Kyle. Call Kyle. What company you work for?
He started his own company. It's called, I don't know.
You don't know. Come to my event October the 7th, and we'll have him.
Maybe
We'll try to have
Kyle
him
will be
there.
there, yeah.
Hey, call Kyle. Tell him to come to my event.
Yes, sir.
Whenever somebody saves me money and helps me, I like to share them. They do more business. Everybody wins. But I'll tell you what, I'll get you his number. Go to benmal.com, send us an email, and I'll get you Kyle's number. Or call other agents, okay? There's a million insurance companies out there, and it's only a fourplex. So you need to find the right one and get the best price. Also, check out what your deductible is. The higher the deductible, the less your premium is. And maybe you got too much coverage. Make sure you're covered for enough that you need. You ain't got hurricanes in Jersey. Only buy what you need. What's that commercial say on television? Only get what you need. The commercial for insurance. All right. Anyway, go.
Yes.
The duck, the guy with
Aflac?
the ostrich. No, the guy with the ostrich.
National Insurance, the
Whatever,
yellow one or
you don't
whatever
know.
it is.
Only get the coverage you need. All right. What else you got?
All right, shout out Charles Hughes. Thank you for the super chat. Would you recommend using an FHA loan to buy a multifamily property to get a start in real estate?
Absolutely.
Thought you
You got to find one, and and then the income from the property. Now, number one, with FHA, you can only go up to 4 units. FHA is only residential. Residential is 1 to 4 units. So yes, you can do an FHA loan on 4 units. You can live in 1. You can rent out the other 3, and you have a low down payment. And the income from those rental units will help you qualify. So yes, absolutely go to FHA, especially if you ain't got a lot of money for a down payment. Otherwise, you're probably looking at putting 20% down. So always check with FHA.
Liberty Mutual.
Liberty Mutual, only get what you need. We're giving them a free plug. They send me money.
That guy on there.
We got a caller.
All right, we got a caller.
Yo, what's up, Ben?
What's up? How's it going?
Good, man. I've been watching you for since 2017.
He looks like my cousin, my nephew Manny with glasses. Sounds like it
Well,
too.
where's you from?
Ready? Mexico.
Where's you from?
Mexico.
No, I'm from Guatemala.
Michoacan. Guatemala. The only thing good about Guatemala is mala. Anyway, what's up, man?
No, man. I just started my own business, landscaping, irrigation, landscape lighting, and I've been doing good. I started with my car. I bought a little trailer. I did all that. Then I bought a truck, got a big job. I'm just wondering, in the Fort Lauderdale area too. I'm just wondering if you have any advice.
How far are
My
you
bad.
away from Parkland? How far are you from Parkland?
I'm located in Palm Beach, but I go anywhere.
You're in Palm Beach?
Yeah, but I go anywhere. I've been to Jensen Beach.
All right.
Everywhere.
Send Send me your information. I got a house in Parkland. You know where Parkland is?
Yeah.
We had the shooting and all that back in the day. Anyway, I got a house I got to sell, and the landscaping looks like
That's
shit.
what you say
The
when you
lighting
gotta
is all
sell a
screwed
house?
up. Are you going to give me a good deal?
Of course. You've been my love, of course.
Go to bedmail.com. Send me your number. I'll promote you. You help me, and maybe I'll get you some more business. Well, you do a nice job there. Let me tell you, it's all $1 million houses there. We'll put your freaking company name up on the lawn if they let me, and tell them you did the work and all that. All right, so good. You're working on a landscape. You're doing lighting. What's up? What else is going on?
I'm just wondering if you have any advice. You would give.
More customers. You need more customers.
I mean, are you set up to do commercial properties right now?
Yeah, I've done commercial. I've done a couple plazas and
This is what I would do. I can tell you.
all that.
Tell them.
All right, I would look around in the nice neighborhoods for for commercial properties, smaller ones, whatever, fast food, blah, 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 blah. Look for the ones that got shitty ass landscaping. All right. And then go in there with a flyer or a card and say, hey, let me tell you something. There's not much I need to do here, and I can really turn this place around where you're gonna invite a lot better class people, more money in here. I can fix up your appearance. Go about curb appeal with retail, commercial. Look for nice properties that have shitty landscaping and offer your services. Go out and find your business. Create your customers.
What I was gonna say is, go to apartment complexes. I mean, go to local communities.
How many you got in the crew?
Your area.
How many crew you got?
Me and my dad, and if I need a guy, I get a guy.
All right. Well, the point is, you're not going to take on no big giant jobs, but
I mean, you can
go
get
to
one.
jobs.
I've done big jobs. I've done big jobs by myself and my dad.
He can handle one. It's a riding mower and some landscaping. I mean, they can handle
All right,
it.
you know what? I would do.
Just go find some apartment complexes.
Approach people with a landscape, and you think you can improve it.
Right.
If you think you can come in there and do a better job than the guy that's doing it now, offer him your services and tell him how much you're paying. Maybe I can beat him and do a better job. Don't be afraid to sell yourself. You're in a sales business. You got to create your customers. They're not going to come to you. You got to go to them. So look for people that need you. people that you can help and improve their property and maybe save them money. When we used to manage big apartment buildings, a guy would come in and say, your landscaping is looking and you know what? How much you paying? $1,500 a month. I can do it for 12. Done. He saved me $300 a month. I jumped on it and I checked his references. He was legit, and we saved money. Show people that you can improve their property and save them money. You got to sell yourself.
I mean, and also people are really into these videos nowadays. It's strange. These landscapers, they're making a lot of money on YouTube and stuff like that. I kid you not. These videos that they show before and afters and the process of doing the work. You might want to, you never know. If you
go
pick
to your
up,
territory, your area, and start looking for
everything.
Customers.
If you could set up a camera and you get to a shitty place,
listen,
and it looks really bad.
Miami Subs, right? Miami Subs?
Yeah.
They always look like shit. And the food's not. Go to a Miami Sub and get one. Fix it up. Get a deal cut with the guy. Fix it up. Who knows? Maybe you'll get 10 of them. I mean, look at your business. Create your own business. You're in control of your own destiny. You got to go out there and grab it. All right. Find the people that need you. All right. And then go in and help them. And then you do a good job. You give them a good deal. They're going to refer you to other places.
Mm-hmm.
Get your name out there. If you can, if you can build references, if you can get on social media and get your name out there, that'll help you. If you got references and pictures of before and after, and have a resume, like when people came to our apartment complexes to show us stuff like, hey, this is what we've done. They showed me, this is how it looked before. This is how it looked after. This is what I can do. This job costed this much money. I can do the same job for you for this type of money.
Go in there and make some recommendations to them.
Have a book.
Listen, if you just put some freaking rocks in the front of this place, it'll look better. Tell them. Let me tell you something. Rocks are good because you can make money just buying the rocks. You go there, you dump them around, you put some plants up, some, what do they call them, crotons and stuff. You can turn a whole place around for that much money, and you come up with that budget for them, and you just got to go out there and create your business. You got to grow your business. All right. And, it takes, if it's houses, if it's a commercial, whatever it is, if it's a job that you think you can do better at, then do it,
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, man.
Good luck to you. Adios, amigo.
All right. Shout out Cerebral Assassin. Thank you for the super chat. Is there a downside to refinancing a property twice in 1 year? I have a single family in New Jersey, 80 grand equity. I want to finish the attic/basement and then refi to rent.
I mean, listen, you can refi all you want as long as they're willing to give you the money.
And it's got cost.
If there's cost involved in refinancing, you better look at what it costs you. You better look at what your payment's going to be. If you can swallow the payment, the interest rate, and all the strings attached to it, and it's worth the money they're going to give you to do a cash out refi, typically a lot of people refinance just for a lower rate. They ain't doing that shit today. But, you must be talking about cash out to fix up an attic. Go to the bank. See if they want to give you the money. See what the terms are. See if you can swallow the terms and do it. Get a HELOC if you can. A HELOC is a second on top of your mortgage. Maybe that's a solution for you. HELOCs are easy to get. They go in second position. And I think they're interest only mostly. All right. What else?
Hey, wait, when are we doing the show again? October 7th, right?
October the 7th. Come to the show.
October
Be
the
there
7th.
in Tampa at the Holiday Inn.
We have
700 Northwest Shore.
And we're going to have a buffet dinner. We're going to have tables, chairs. You can sit and eat. Ben Jr. will be there trying to eat your food. It's going to be great. We're going to have a bar open. It's going to be a cash bar. I can't afford that. But it's going to be great. The hotel's got all brand new furniture in it. You can rent a suite down the block. It's all brand new, too. You can fly into Tampa Airport. You call us on the phone from the airport. We send a shuttle bus over to pick you up. It's going to be a great time. I'm going to be doing private meetings for all you big shots out there. And it's going to be a great night. We're going to have a great time. All of us are going to be there. So please go to benmal.com/live. We're going to sell it out. There's only so many tickets available. And like I said, little Ben might even take a shower that night.
Yes. And somebody commented there are a lot of adult entertainment facilities in the area.
Oh, that's Tampa's a party town. Let me tell you, Ybor City.
That's right.
You got plenty of those adult places. You got anything you want. Tampa's a party town. You want to have a good time, come to Tampa. And we're right by the airport. So, it's a great time to go hang out. You learn something. Maybe we'll help you get to the next step wherever you want to go in life. I don't care what level you're on. It doesn't matter. Everybody can move ahead. Even little Ben moved ahead.
And remember, there's only about 200 tickets that we're going to be able to get out there. So it's going to fill up quick.
That's it.
So you better lock in your spot.
We're not going to have no more seats or food. After we're sold out, we're sold out, baby. So get your ticket and come on down.
You get the belly dancers? Can we get the belly dancers to come?
You got enough belly for the whole
Remember
room.
the belly dancers?
Listen, it ain't that kind of show. All right, what else? We might have some entertainment. Brenda's working on it.
A magician? Can we have a magician?
Yeah, he's going to make you disappear, or at least half of you.
Pull a rabbit out of you.
You're wearing a polo shirt, huh?
Yeah, polo, baby.
2 horses on that shirt.
All right. Shout out, David. Thank you for the super chat. I need to buy another property to use the bonus depreciation to offset my W-2 income.
That helps.
But with 7% lending rate, you really need a 9 cap to make it work.
You're absolutely right. And you can find them. They're out there. Cap rates are going up, baby. You got to find the right deal, but you got to lowball. If the price isn't, if it's at an 8 cap, offer them a 9.5 cap. Maybe you'll get it at 9.
Yeah, just because they're advertising it at a 7 or a 8 or anything doesn't mean that you can't put a good offer. They're asking.
And let me tell you right now, if they ain't getting no offers, they'll consider yours. Ask and you shall receive. They're asking, they may not receive.
Right.
They're only asking. They may not get what they want.
Hey, we went out and put a property. There's a property selling for over $55 million, 56 million. Who knows? That's what they were listing it at. You know what we wrote an offer up for? $40 million.
They didn't take it, but
no,
maybe
they didn't
we'll meet them in the middle. I don't know. Maybe we'll work the numbers again. Maybe we'll pay them 45. Listen, you can always go up. You can't go down. It's the oldest saying in the world. All right? So that's the story.
All right. Shout out Manly. Ben Jr., do you think crypto will see another bull market?
Well, I don't know, because I only dabbled in crypto. I don't really want to give advice on anything.
Miner.
I did mining. Yeah, I got ripped off for mining. Anyway, ran
my electric bill up.
I didn't run your electric bill. I donated all the computers back to the company.
Nobody wants them. They're garbage.
They're not garbage. What the hell are you talking about? Fucking state of the art.
The guy that sold you.
That's right. They can't mine no more, but all your offices that need new computers and all the hotels now have a stockpile of brand new computers. And I only got 4 left, so let's not talk about it.
Blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
Miner. He's a miner. Why don't you go in a real mine? Go in a gold mine. If you get a pitchchord and go find some gold.
I'm moving to Alaska and I'm going to mine gold. Yes, that's what I'm going to do.
You need another
and I'm going to live
bear.
off. How do they saw that? Off the grid.
Yeah.
I've been watching this show. I'm going to go live off the grid.
That's good.
Yeah, that's a good show.
All right. What else we got?
Yeah, let's read a few super chats and we're going to wrap it up.
All right, sounds good.
Xavier Fall's wrapping it up.
Fall came the voice from above. The voice from above. We're gonna have you wrap it up.
Tell us to wrap it up. We like to wrap you up for Fall. Put you somewhere.
Somebody told you to wrap it up 3 times, but you didn't listen.
No, twice. He was playing.
Oh.
All right. Shout out Jim. Thank you for your super chat. I have 550 grand in a 1031 with 1 week left. And I can't find anything better than a 5 and 5.5 cap. If I don't find anything, I'm stuck with the short-term capital gains tax. Any advice on what I should do?
I'm going to tell you right now. If anybody you only got a week left. Where do you live is the question. Because if you live in Florida, you get more time.
Right, but he didn't say that.
If you live here in Florida, and some other state too, maybe. You have to look it up. Look up the IRS on hurricane if you live in a hurricane area. Otherwise, honestly, your question is a very tough one, which I can answer and help you with. But you got to go to benmail.com. You got to, go to consult with Ben. And, and then we got to get on the phone. We got to talk about where you're at, what you're looking for, how much responsibility you want, how much leverage do you need. There's a lot of factors involved.
I got a question for you. Would it be a bad idea that if you found something like a Starbucks, okay, say you found a Starbucks, it was $2 million. Yes, it was at a 4.5 cap right now. Could you just say safely you would want to buy that and know that you could sell it again for at least what you paid for it?
Yes, but you have to look at I don't know what his basis is.
I know. No, I'm just saying.
Tax
I feel like running.
I got to find out what state he lives in, so I know he's got state tax.
I know.
There's a lot of factors. You know what? You got to sit down with numbers and make logical decisions. He needs to get on benmail.com and get me on the phone. And he said cash. He said 550 in cash.
550 grand.
Well, I don't know what his 1031 is.
He didn't say.
But the point is, there's a lot of factors involved. There's a lot of questions I need answered. I can't spit it out right here off the cuff. And it's a serious issue because I don't know what his gain is. He might have to pay the government, who knows, anywhere from $250,000 or more he'd be giving away. So it's a pay, like you said, to buy something safe right now just to defer his taxes and then maybe worry about it and sell that
when you
property
find the next
when
deal.
the market is better.
Right.
Okay. He needs to go and do a consult with Ben because I'm going to talk to him as if I was him, as if I was in his shoes, sitting there with that money, ready to make a move. And that's what he needs to do. I can't do it right now. I'm sorry. But please go ahead, call me and get me on the phone and let's talk about it. I got some stuff maybe I can sell you. I don't think anything that cheap, but I don't know your whole story. I need the whole story.
All right, shout out Accelerate. I wonder if he's the same Accelerate that's in Pinellas Park, Accelerate Performance. Anyways, hi, Ben. I bought a place in a super fast growing area in Florida back in 2021, and I can sell today for a 200 grand profit. It's my primary residence, though, and I'd have to go back to renting. What would you do?
Well, listen, I'm afraid that if you don't take the money now, you may not be able to take it next year. I don't know how much money you got in the bank. If you ain't got a lot of money in the bank and 200,000 is going to really take you to another goddamn level, you might want to seriously consider it. And if you live there over 2 years, right? Because you screwed up once.
It's 2 years now.
2 or 3.
2 years. From what I heard, it's 2 years that you have to live in it as your primary residence.
It's not 3, right?
No, it was 1.5. I lived in it, and we thought it was okay.
Listen, if you lived there for 2 years and verified that with the IRS, go online, Google it. You're not going to pay any tax. The first 250,000 is free. If you're married, it's 500,000. You ain't going to pay no tax on it. So it might be your golden opportunity in life that's going to take you to another level. I don't know. You might want to go and consult with Ben. We need to spend about 15 minutes on the phone and talk about your life and what your options are. You could rent temporarily until another hot deal comes on. And who knows, maybe you'll find another deal. And in 2 years, you'll make another 200 grand. He did it a few times. He bought a place. He sold it later. He made a profit tax-free. He did it again. I mean, that's what the laws are made for you to do that. Okay, so you need to get a hold of me and let's do it because it might be the right major move for you to do.
All right, shout out Josh. I own a Tunnel Car Wash, a car dealership and collision facility adjacent to my operation is for sale for $2.4 million. Should I execute it or save my cash?
It's hard.
Listen, you're talking about buying a car dealership and collision facility. Are you going to run it or are you going to be the landlord? It's all about numbers. How much money are you going to make? If it's a business,
I think
that's a lot of homework you got to do to make sure you're going to make money and who's going to run it. If you're going to own that business, if you're just going to buy the real estate, what's the return? That's all that matters. How much is that car dealership going to, collision facility going to pay you every month? It's a simple amount of numbers. What's your return going to be on a 2.4? Is it a 10 cap? If it was, it's going to give you $240,000 a year. I don't know. Are you going to run the business or are you just buying the real estate? We need more information. Go to benmaller.com, consult with Ben, 15-minute phone call. I'll answer all your questions.
All right, shout out Carrie Stevens. Thank you for your super chat. I have 2 residential properties whose total value is $1 million and they're fully paid. I make 50 grand per year. What's my next step?
He's going to say to sell them.
Listen, you got 2 residential properties, total value of $1 million a year. But what are they making? They make 50. I make 50K a year off of them.
Yeah, he makes 50K
All right, off
a
of
year.
them. Well, if you're making 50K of them off a year, you sit there in a 5 cap. If you sold it right now,
you could do that without.
I mean, the point
having
is,
the property without
if you're fully paid,
dealing with all of it.
How much money do you got in the bank right now? All right, if you got an opportunity to have $1 million in the bank. $1 million in the bank right now will get you the same 50 grand just sitting in the bank with no responsibilities, no nothing, no headaches, no owning shit.
Maybe you could leverage them a little bit
You can
and
do
then
it.
go
With
out and buy
$1 million
some
in
debt.
the bank, you could do a lot of
But
shit.
I'm saying she could keep the properties. She could keep the
Not
properties.
today's interest rates.
Okay, not today.
crushed.
Yeah. Today.
Listen, it depends on your personal situation.
Right.
If you don't have any money in the bank, I'd much rather have $1 million in the bank making me 50 grand a year than 2 residential properties making me 50 grand a year. All right.
Should make more than that.
But
now, right?
I don't know what your tax ramifications are if you sell them. And if you sell it, you might want to 1031 something else. I don't know. It has to do with your personal situation. You're happy sitting around, you got 50K a year coming into properties, fine. But, basically, you're not going to be able to, they may not be worth $1 million next year. That's all I can tell you. My vision is prices are going to come down. Okay, so take the money while you can, especially if you got a plan to do something else with it that's going to make you more money. The whole point is to keep making more money.
I hope your vision's right.
Hopefully, we're going to find a good deal to make up for all the bleeding that we're doing now.
It's been right for 30 years.
Yep. All right. Shout out Connor. I owe $284,000 at 3% on my house. I've been here for 3 years. Should I HELOC for 50 grand, reno and sell for 650 plus, or minor reno and sell for 500 grand? I have another owned home I can live in. Sell and bank or stay?
What is he, like that TV show? What is it? Listed or renovated or something? It's like,
listen, right now you owe $284,000 at 3%. All right, you got a good rate. That's great. All right. 3 years you've been there, so if you sell it, you're not going to worry about paying any tax on any gain.
Right.
It's worth how much is it worth? It's worth
he can sell it for $650. Okay.
Should I HELOC for $50K and reno?
He wants to do it.
All right, so for $50 grand, you get $650, or sell it now for $500.
I'd probably do the $650.
Borrow the $50 on a HELOC, put it into the house, sell it for $150,000 more than you would if you didn't,
or $100,000 more than you
borrowed. There you go, baby.
Right.
Because it looks like you're still not going to have to pay any tax if you sell that house, but definitely renovate it. That's value add. Okay, value add, baby. Added value, making money. That's what you're in a position to do right now. Take that $50,000 and turn that $50,000 into $150,000. That's what I would do. That's what he's done. That's what he will do. All right, what else? We got anything else?
All right, yeah, one more shout out. Aditya, thank you for the super chat. My brother is loaded. I want to create value for both. If he can put $500,000 for a fourplex and give him 8 to 10%, make $15,000 a year for me, refinance him later, is this a good position? Proposition.
Listen, are you sure he's going to get 8 to 10%? I mean, $500,000, you're going to have some good rents coming in there. It depends on what his mortgage is going to be right now. You better do your homework and make sure the numbers are
$15,000 a year on $500,000.
That's not a good return. $50,000 a year. If it was 10% return, it would be $50,000 a year.
Right, and then he's going to take 15 of that. So then he's only going to get a 35.
You don't want to make $15,000 a year on a $500,000
but it's not his investment. It's his brother's.
Whatever.
His brother's going to get 8-10% and make. I don't know. You might want to do a consult with Ben. Because if your brother has the ability to capitalize you to buy assets and you guys can do things together, then you need to talk with my dad and sit down and say, hey, this is how much we have. This is how. I mean, it's really hard to answer these questions, you guys, with just such little information. We really do try, but it's a lot more factors, and he doesn't want to tell you something that is wrong.
All right, seriously, $500,000 a year. I hope it all depends on your return. What's the return going to be? If it's a 10% return, it's going to be $50,000 a year. Okay. All right. Everything else?
Ben, you should read your text message from your phone from Carla.
Oh, no, you're in trouble.
It says Aaron has school tomorrow. I told you I'm going to get in trouble.
It's not even.
It's really
okay.
bad.
My daughter goes to bed at
8:46.
She's 6,
and she's worrying about me, a high schooler who stays up to study anyways.
And he's got to leave it, get up at 6 a.m. and drive a half.
It doesn't matter though. I'm 16.
But you do.
Wait.
There's
so much.
They say that your recommended hours of sleep are 8 to 12 hours of sleep.
45 what?
That
Super
need to be
chats
read.
more?
Yes.
There's a lot.
Oh my God. All right, come on, let's do it. All right, knock them out. Let's go. I don't like taking people for money and then giving them nothing. Come on, let's go.
All right, you want to do it?
Let's do quick shout outs. Just make it quick though.
Well,
okay.
I mean, there's good questions.
Tell me the questions. Rate them. Let's go. Ben can do it. Go to bed.
Here, I'll do them quick. Here, ready? No. Yes. No. Yes. No.
Come on, let's go.
All right, fine. Shout out JJ. Will this 2023 tech rally prolong the high rates?
We're not tech guys.
Tech rally?
We don't do stocks either.
Tech is rallying. It's not rallying. You never know. It's a crapshoot to me. I watch the stocks every day. I don't know. Tech on the long run is always going to be a good thing because tech is growing. It's technology and all that.
All right, well, then let's talk about real estate. Shout out Bart. Hey, Ben, do you think we're heading to a recession? Do you think real estate will crash?
That's what he's been saying all day.
Yes. Real estate has to crash because it costs too much to borrow money. And your cash flow is gone bye-bye.
All right, there you go. Dominic, hey, Ben, how is adding a new pool to that old house you had on Spottiswood considered value add?
I added the pool because I was living there. I didn't do it for value add, but I made the pool twice the size of the existing pool. Then I turned around and bought this house because this house popped up. But a lot of times, adding a bigger pool can be value add. It's an amenity. It's what people want.
My house has got a tiny pool. I'd want a bigger pool.
There you go. He'd pay more money if he had a bigger pool.
I might have.
Anyway, always build the biggest you can with the property you got. And pools are big in Florida because it's hot as hell. What else?
All right, shout out Punk. Thank you. Ben, I have a really great real estate app I'm building for new investors that will be free to the market. If I sign up for an hour with you, can I demo it and get some feedback? I
Try 15 minutes with me and then see how that goes. I'm like taking people's money.
Yeah,
Still private
I can tell you in 15 minutes. Go to benmail.com/shop. Consult with Ben. Next.
All right, Charles, thank you for your super chat. Hey, Ben, do you remember your first 1031?
It was probably the first
ago.
property I ever
Ignacio.
bought. It was maybe Ignacio or duplex. It was back in Oakland in the hood.
Ignacio Avenue in
There
Oakland,
you go.
California.
Very good. With the rats in the backyard.
With the rats. And it was a store up front, wasn't
that
it?
converted to apartments.
To apartments.
Yeah. All right.
You know
It
the
was a long
address?
time ago. It was the first deal I always 1031. All right. Go ahead.
All right, shout out Max. Would you prefer to purchase multiple 2 to 3 single family homes or going with 4 other investors on a bigger property like an apartment complex?
Depends on the cash flow. Typically, homes don't give you a lot of cash flow. You got one tenant, and normally the bills and the expenses and the mortgage
You
eat
got
up everything.
4 roofs,
And if
4
anything's
yards,
empty, you gotta
4
foot
of
the bill.
this.
If you got a single family house, it can be very tricky.
But then
It's
you got
all about
partnerships.
and it's all about the return.
Yeah.
What's the bottom line? How much you're putting in your pocket?
And do you
That's
trust
all
your
that
partners?
matters. Be careful with partners because sometimes you can't trust them.
All right, shout out Matthew.
That's
I'm
why it's good to be
17 with 40 grand in an apparel manufacturing, doing around 100 grand a year. Should I buy a 1, 2, 3, 4-plex when I'm 18, FHA loan, and live in one for a year?
If
And
you're
he's in
paying
California.
rent, if you're paying rent and you can buy something that's going to get you rent free, yes. Always try to buy income property when you're young. You don't need no fancy house.
That's what I was
Buy
saying.
yourself a rental and get that FHA loan with the low down payment. Keep as much money as you can in the bank.
When Aaron goes to college, we should buy a 4-plex.
All right, we got to get these super chats out. Let's go.
Super chats.
Come on.
All right.
Oh my God.
Shout out
Stop,
Austin.
slave driver.
Would you build an ADU in St. Pete or use the funds for a down payment on a second
ADU?
property? I don't know what that stands for.
A vault.
Assisted development? I don't know, unit. I don't
Assisted
know.
It's an
What's an ADU? What does
Google
he
it.
say?
Google.
In St. Pete, build.
An
I don't know.
ADU. I don't know what that is.
Get back to that one. Next one.
All right. Let's see.
It's all about
here.
money in, money out, no matter what you build. How much is it going to cost for the land? How much is it going to cost for the construction? What's your income going to be? How much is the property going to be worth? He builds. It was paid. It made sense. What
All right.
else?
Shout out Sammy. What is your opinion on hard money loans
Accessory dwelling
or
unit.
fix and flip loans?
Listen, hard money, you go there because if that's all you can do and go to those guys, then you have to go to them. You pay a little more for interest. It's typically because the bank ain't going to loan you the money, and hard money is easy to get, but you're going to pay a little more for it. Listen, I did hard money when I was in my 20s. Why? Because I had no choice. All right, then you graduate. And as you do more and more hard money loans, you make more money, you graduate to the real banks. Do whatever you can if it makes sense. If it makes money, it makes sense.
All right. Shout out Electronics. Hi, Ben. Do you recommend buying a property for Airbnb in Florida with the current high interest rates? What type of loan do you recommend for an LLC?
Listen,
I've been hearing Airbnbs
listen,
have been getting killed in
Airbnb
Florida.
is great, but the point is, it's all about location. You better do your homework. You better buy it somewhere where you're going to keep that Airbnb full. And who's going to run it if you're not in Florida? So, there's a lot of costs involved, and you got to make sure that you're going to sit around empty. You better do your homework. All right, as far as borrowing money, LLC single member is the same as your name. The banks noted that there's no difference. So go to a bank. You're going to look up your social security number. You're going to want to see your tax return, and that's the story.
Unless
All
you're
right?
borrowing
But
non-recourse.
Airbnb can also be dangerous. So you better be careful and make sure you keep that sucker rented.
All right. Shout out AB. If a gas station wants to lease part of our land, what must I make sure to do to not screw myself over?
You better make sure they're not going to contaminate it, okay? Because you start dealing with gases
They're
and
gonna
all this type of
contaminate
stuff. If they got any
It's a gas
gases,
station.
it might already be contaminated if they're next door. They say the next
But
door.
they're going to contaminate it. Somebody's going to spill gas there one day, and
Well,
it's going to
the point
happen.
is, you better make sure environmentally you're not putting yourself in a bad position because we've dealt with that stuff.
And what should the rent increases be per year?
What do you
I
mean?
mean, right now we try to get. I mean, I don't know, but we try to get a minimum of 5% increases on
Every year.
every year.
But you better be careful when you're dealing with gas or any kind of pollutions.
I mean, cost of
Consult with a
CPI
phase
right
one
now is
guy.
8%. So you have to build in these increases annual because look at what happened.
Everything
Some
goes
people
up.
put
Everything goes
some
up.
people put in their leases that the rent goes up on CPI.
Yeah.
All right,
Next one.
Shout out saying thoughts on crowdfunding. Would you rather start at a traditional RE fund instead?
What, real estate fund?
Yeah,
RE?
real estate fund.
Listen,
like
you
a
know,
REIT.
Like
if
a
you're
traditional.
taking money from other people, that's fine. You know, there's a lot of guys out there doing it, but you better be careful. You play with other people's money. If you're going to give other people your money, you better make sure you know who the hell you're giving it to.
And we don't.
I'm not a big fan of crowdfunding. You know, I'd rather do something small on my own than do something big with a lot of people. You might be better off doing it on your own. Always try to be on your own. Be independent. You know, crowdfunding. Who wants to be part of the crowd? Stand out of the crowd. But, you know, it's up to you. But you better check people out because a lot of crooks out there and a lot of bullshit that goes on with people taking your money.
All right, shout out Spectrum. Hi, Ben. I have a medical practice and would like to buy a commercial building for it. Where do I go to find commercial property for sale?
Go on LoopNet, go on Crexy, get a broker that specializes in the type of buildings you're looking for. Go online and find them. There's tons of them out there. You might be able to take an office building that's being sold really cheap and convert it into one. Learn the market. Get in your area and do a search. Go to every brokerage there was. Look up commercial buildings, Marcus Millichap, CBRE, Cushman and Wakefield, Colliers, all of them. Find a guy in your neighborhood selling what you want. That's where you go.
Shout out A. Advice on whether I should sell my home and take the equity to buy a few rental properties and downsize my home.
It's up to you. It depends on your lifestyle. You know, if you want to downsize and buy something that's going to generate more income, then do it. You know, you got options in life. Do whatever makes the most sense for you in your life. Everybody's got a different life. If you can live in a smaller place and take that money and put it to work on something that's going to make you money, then do it. Just do it right and do your homework.
All right.
What else?
What do you think about wholesaling houses?
Listen, a lot of people do it and it's great, but you know, it's not for me, you know, but hey, I get wholesalers that send me stuff that actually looks pretty good and it's starting to look better. You know, if you can get with people that are making money, the whole point is this: if you want to be a wholesaler, get with a wholesaler that's making money and you should make money. That's what it's about with any type of thing you do in life. Get with the other people doing it that are successful already.
Okay, when is Aaron starting his own YouTube channel with the Scat Pack? We'll
Let
see
me tell
about
you,
that. with
Aaron
some
better hurry
videos.
up and get his homework done and get to bed before his mother has a
You
fit
still
and
got
kills us
homework
all.
to do?
No, I don't have.
All right, next one.
Like,
Come
I'm
on,
in
guys,
high school.
we gotta go.
He loves. I'm in
Doing
high
it,
school.
boy.
Like, you guys,
Come on.
I know how to manage my time. All right.
He went to I don't want to say it. He went to school but got high. Go ahead.
We
next.
had on. Okay, go ahead.
Come on.
All right. Hey, Ben, I own a pressure washing company in Tampa and would like to know if you need anyone on your team to maintain your properties.
Listen, we use pressure washers all the time. We allowed to do it in-house, but sometimes we need a guy to do a big job. Right now, we need a John's Pass garage done, don't we?
But I need it heated, and you got to have a small
All right,
truck.
go
and
to
you gotta come in there.
benmal.com. Send us your information. If you can handle a John's Pass garage pressure washing, how many floors is it?
5.
5 big floors. Tell us what you can do. Send us your information. Little Ben will call you.
378 spots.
All right. Thank you for
I'll
all
give
the
you $1 a
valuable
spot.
information. Hey, Ben, have you ever heard of a Delaware trust for 1031 to extend the deadline,
Yes.
basically?
Yes. There goes Vincent right there. Vincent, we're late.
Oh, there he is.
Oh,
Always
we're
late.
about to leave, and Vincent
All
joined.
right, Vincent's in. All right, so listen, Delaware trusts are like this. You're basically joining a group of other people to save your
He's having a
1031,
party.
and you know that's what you're doing. So you want to save your 1031. It's to me, it's like a last resort. You're going in with other people and you're donating money. I mean, you're not donating, you're investing with them in a big, you know, group of people. It will save you 1031, but you better use a lawyer.
Vincent's having
here.
a party.
It's just having a party. We're working. He's having
We're
a party.
working, and he's
Oh,
having
no,
a
that's the
party.
way it is.
Vincent,
What
pass
else?
me
Come
a
on.
drink.
We gotta go. Your mother's gonna kill us.
Ha ha.
You guys are
You're gonna be in trouble.
ridiculous. Anyways, let's see. Ben, do you have any connections to Syracuse, New York?
No connections whatsoever. The closest I ever went
No,
was
yes.
it's way upstate and it's cold as
You
hell.
complaining?
I only went there once to visit somebody in college. Next.
Do people ever bring you deals when they consult with Ben?
Yes, people bring me deals. They call Consult Ben. They put a deal in front of me. I tell them the good, the bad, the ugly, yes, no, and you never know. Bring me a deal. I'm always ready for a deal. Next.
Let's see. Have you ever done a deal that didn't make sense or didn't make dollars, but you did it anyways? Like maybe for a friend or something?
No. I mean, that would not be smart. I mean, I've done them to defer my taxes. You know, did a deal that wasn't that great because it deferred my taxes. But if it don't make sense, run away from it. There's no point in doing it if it don't make sense. If it don't make money, it don't make sense. All right? Forget about it.
All right, Ben, what would you do if you had 40 grand saved and want to create cash flow? I'm from Queens, New York, and had a very similar upbringing to you. If I need to buy a crack house, just give me the word.
Go to Far Rockaway and buy one. I don't know. I mean, 40 grand is not a lot of money sitting in Queens, New York. All right. You may have to go out and find some depressed area. I don't know. But you're going to have to line up some financing. 40 grand ain't going to do nothing for you. So you need to go find a lender that's going to give you some money to go with that 40 grand. That's the most important thing right now. Line your money up, then go look for a deal.
How long should I hold a property before selling it?
Well, if it's residential, you got to
1
hold at
year.
least 2 years if you want to be off the hook for the taxes, the $250,000 you can make, but typically 1 year makes it long-term capital gain. So the most you get hit is 20%. If you start selling properties for less than a year, then you're considered a dealer and you're going to be taxed at the 37% or your tax bracket, whatever your income is, wherever that money puts you, whatever income bracket. What else?
I've saved 200 grand, including 1031 money. I'm 17 and I want to invest in an apartment complex in Michigan.
Then go find one. It's a good. Michigan is a big state, but there's a lot of opportunities in Michigan. Get on there, line yourself up with some financing, see who the hell's going to give you a loan. If you found $1 million property, you got 20% down. You go out and find a property for $1 million. Find the agents, go online, find a deal, get finance lined up, and do it. You can do it. Go to Mansalona, Michigan. Go to Cadillac, Michigan. There's all kinds of places.
So what should be my first steps after getting my license?
First step is,
as a 19-year-old.
We already talked to this kid. Get around other people with licenses making money. All right. Go to an office that's booming. Go to an office that's closing deals. Go to an office that has big, nice, fancy apartments or houses and big commissions. Get with somebody making money and you'll make money. It's all in the company you keep, Don't hang around with Vincent. Go ahead, next.
He said Vincent looked like a bug.
All right, what else we got? Come on.
I'm 17 with 50 grand in stocks. What do you recommend I do starting?
He's
starting flight school.
I don't know. If you got the 50 grand in stocks and you think you know that much about stocks and you can keep making money in the stock market, God bless you. But I take that 50 grand and protect it right now because the shit's going to hit the fan and you're going to want to have cash in the money in the bank. So I don't know about stocks. If you think those stocks are going to go down, you better dump them. All right. If you think they're going to go to 100 and double your money in a year or so, then keep them. You can always borrow against them too. You can leverage them 50 cents in a dollar on a margin. What else?
Do you see laws affect real estate wholesalers more? If so, what do you recommend?
Laws affect wholesalers.
Yeah, they're like,
listen, everything's got laws in real estate, especially when dealing with residential housing. Okay, but typically a wholesaler, all he is a middleman. He's going to tie up a deal and he's going to flip it to somebody else and he's going to make his few bucks in the middle. That's all he does. So he doesn't really have any skin in the game and he doesn't have any liability. And, that's it. So I don't know about any specific laws for wholesaling, but basically he's just a middleman. So I don't know. The laws apply to everybody that does any kind of real estate transaction that's 1 to 4 units in residential. What else?
Those are really all the real questions.
All right. We good? All right. Listen, October 7th, we're going to be at our hotel at Holiday Inn. Go to benmail.com/live. Get your ticket. There. Vincent will be there. Everybody can see him. We're going to hang out with Ben, Vincent, Aaron, my wife. Everybody will be there. We're going to have a party, and you're going to leave there feeling better than you did before you got there. Hopefully from the food. No. All right. See you then. Adios, amigos.
I got Vincent muted.
Get his mugshot off my